People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughan Bassett furniture, it means value. And Kemper recognizes that. That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughan Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price.
Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Welcome in, football fans, to Bluegrass Sports Nation. We are here from Whitesburg, Kentucky tonight as the Letcher Central Cougars prepare to take on the Breathitt County Bobcats. I am joined and humbled to be here with my co-host tonight, Mark Young. Good to have you, Mark. It's I don't know if they knew what they were doing when they put us together.
Well, we'll find out. But it's a pleasure to be here. Like I said, a great evening for football.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, buddy. I appreciate you joining us. Of course, this is your home turf, and we are the visitors tonight, so it's kind of hard to say your Letcher Cougars or your Breathitt Bobcats, but BSN covering both of these teams, and they put me and you together for the coverage tonight. We are also joined by our esteemed color commentator here, Evan Miller. He will be joining us on the headset here tonight and helping us out on commentating. Evan, good to have you with us tonight, bud.
Yeah, it's great to be here. You know, I've spent all my time watching football and playing it. Might as well cover it.
Well, folks, we're excited about this game tonight. If you look on the KHSAA records and you keep up with high school football at all, you know that this is a big matchup between these two clubs. They've had some hard-fought battles in years past. They've had some battles this year with similar teams and some very similar scores, very similar point totals. So on paper, Mark, this looks like a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, they mirror each other almost
Yes, they sure
to a
do.
T. I mean, my expectations is it to be a game that's going to wind up who takes care of the ball and makes the fewest mistakes.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, folks, before we got on the air. This really looks like a game that could come down to who makes the fewest mistakes, and it's going to be a close ball game, and we expect a good one here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. And just like Mark said, who takes care of the football, who makes the fewer turnovers, and time of possession is a big factor in a game like this too. So you want your offense to go on the field and control the clock, and try to put some points on the board, and let defense go out and pin their ears back, as they say.
Oh, absolutely. The best offense is a good defense. I mean,
we've got about 5 minutes here, folks. I want to say a quick mention of our sponsors. Thanks to People's Bank of Jackson. They'll be sponsoring our first downs here tonight on the Cougars versus the Bobcats. People's Bank of Jackson, working together to build success. People's is ready to help you reach your dreams. Also, thanks to Family Pharmacy. Great people who have your safety at heart. Family and Hometown Pharmacy have always been proud supporters of the Bobcats. And as you have heard throughout the season, they will be sponsoring our scoring plays and our touchdown drives here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. And also a big thanks to Letcher County Farm Bureau, as they will be sponsoring this as the game of the week and the player of the game here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. So after the game, Mark and Evan and myself will put our heads together at some point, and we'll try to come up with a player of the game for both of these ball clubs at the end of the program tonight. Letcher County Farm Bureau, big on commitment, big on Kentucky, and big on Letcher County. Thanks to them for sponsoring our player of the game on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Folks, we're going to take another quick break on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this commercial for kickoff between the Cougars and the Bobcats.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Let me tell you about Built Right Construction, located in Lost Creek, Kentucky.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughn Bassett Furniture, it means value. And Kemper recognizes that. That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughn Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price.
Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
Uh, 2 minutes and 40 seconds before this game gets underway. Both teams are in center field doing the coin toss right now. It's Breathitt Bobcats come out on the field, and the fans are lined up and waiting the Cougars.
Yeah, Letcher County with a nice fan entrance here for the players as they wait on the Cougars to take the field. The Bobcats will come in and go down to our left and get prepared. Just a great atmosphere. I was bragging to Mark early. This facility and this campus should be an example for high school football or high school administrations, not just for football and this field and this facility, but the whole campus, man. The school, you go in the gym, the arena for the basketball, I mean, their softball field, everything here, Mark, is just a showpiece. It's a beautiful campus. I love coming up here. Great press box, just the way everything's set up. We got a great view of the field. And I made the comment to somebody when I went in the gym here earlier on a little walk. I love coming up here. The place is beautiful. Great backdrop. Sitting up here looking at the mountains, folks. If you can't be here at Letcher Central and you're tuning in, this is really a showpiece. This is somewhere that a lot of administrations ought to take note of. If they're thinking about building football fields or whatever the sport may be. Just a wonderful campus here in Whitesburg for Letcher Central.
Yeah, our kids are real fortunate. They have some great facilities. In the past, that hadn't been so, but once Letcher Central became intact, everything looks really well. But the kids, if you notice all these kids on the field, they really support each other in every sport.
That's great. Great.
You've got football players that go to volleyball games and girls basketball games and vice versa. When they go, they dress up, and we see some of the attire there on the field. But they have fun. They come up with a theme,
That's
and they
good.
call themselves the Cougar Crazies.
That's great.
And they really cheer each other on and support each other, which is awesome.
You know, that's really what it's all about, too, is student-athletes supporting each other. It helps a big lot and gives you a little bit more of that home field advantage.
Well, Coach Charles Matthews and the 4A Letcher Cougars will be here at home facing the Bobcats from Breathitt High, both ball clubs. 2 wins and 3 losses coming into this game. And both of them, like we talked about, Mark and Evan, this is going to be a ball game. This may be one for the ages. If you look on paper, and you hate to compare teams to records and to paper and the things that are just black and white because there's so much more that goes into it, as Evan well knows. But it is just one of those atmospheres and one of those games that these two teams love to play each other. Letcher County, Letcher Central has had our number the last 2 or 3 years, so it would be good for the Bobcats to come out and make a good showing. But I tell you one thing, I know that the young quarterback on the sideline here for the Cougars, Mr. Holbrook's probably got something else up his sleeve for us here tonight.
Well, I mean, he has really come on strong this year, and the Cougars have played much better than the record shows. But like you said, they're almost identical teams from the records down to actually the key players on their team.
And one thing I liked about Letcher, if you do look at the stats, it's a very balanced offense. There's about 700 to 800 yards of offense, passing and running. So it's not like they're relying heavily on one or the other. And that makes it a little bit more difficult for a defense to prepare. Putting up almost 800 yards rushing and 800 yards passing coming into the 5th or 6th game. I mean, that's a pretty good balanced attack. So we'll see what Letcher is going to do here early. Looks like they're going to be kicking off from our left to right. The Bobcats will be receiving. Back deep, we've got Eli Thomas and John Carter Holland back at about the 15-yard line.
Yep. One of the things they've been doing in the past is the short kick. They're only kicking at about 15 to 20 yards. So they've actually come up with a few of those loose ball situations. So
that makes a difference, and that gives you a little momentum early when you can do something like that.
You got Big Jackson Mead there kicking off for him, and he's got the leg to put it deep, but usually he just boots it to one side.
Well, he's going to kick it over right towards the sideline. Going to be handled at the 30-yard line by Adam Spencer. And Spencer is still on his feet, and he's going to pick up maybe 5 or 6 yards on the carry after the pickup. Looks like he's going to be up to about the 37-yard line before he was tackled.
Yeah, I mean, he made a nice run, and he fell forward. You had Quentin Williams there, Q, as we call him, was the first Cougar that got to him, but there was the whole swarm after that.
So the Breathitt County Bobcats onto the field. 12 minutes on the clock, ready to kick this, for the offense to get started and kick this off for the Breathitt County. They'll be taking over with the People's Bank of Jackson first down from about the 37-yard line. Miles Holland in the backfield with the pitch over to Thomas. Thomas with a little bit of the lane, going to be met at the line of scrimmage and brought down near the 38-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good play. Smith came up and met him after he got maybe a yard gain, but I think one of the keys that we were talking about earlier is watching these big down linemen on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, we talked about that early on, especially talking with Evan here before the game. You know, our linemen don't see as much credit and hear as much credit as they deserve, and the big three-down lineman for Letcher Central is certainly going to have to contain the Bobcat running game. Another handoff to Thomas, and Thomas maybe picks up a couple yards. They're going to be brought down by 3 or 4 Cougar defenders.
Yeah, but one of the things I thought was really big there, big number 46, Kobe. Kobe has been out for the last couple of weeks with an injury, so it's good to see him back on that field, and I love seeing that big number 46.
Well, he looks like he's prepared to play linebacker, that's for sure. A good-looking athlete out there on the field. So Holland will take a look over to the sideline. 3rd down and 6. Ball on the 42-yard line in the middle of the field. Bobcats trying to get it over into Cougar territory.
Looks like they've gone to trips formation.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left is Combs.
Rob, if I was a bet man, I'd expect to pass.
Little screen pass over to Thomas. Makes a juke step. Going to be tackled right around the 45-yard line. So a pickup of about 3 yards. It'll be 4th and short. About 3 yards to go to move the sticks.
Yeah. Well, Speedy come up and made a good open field tackle there, but that's still a nice little gain. If they've been doing that consistently, Cougars may find that's going to be hard to defend.
Bobcats will line up in the punt formation. Braxton Terry back deep at about the 33-yard line. Calls for it. Good snap. He gets the boot to it. Going to be fielded right around the 26, 27-yard line. Carrier makes a few moves and is still on his feet. A good stiff arm, but he's going to be brought down by Alex Strong right around the 36-yard line out of bounds on the Letcher Central sideline. Who was the return man on that one, Mark?
That's Gavin Ramsey. That's the one I told you we call Speedy because of his speed, of course.
Well, he's the leading receiver on the team with 414 yards receiving. And if you go down the list, he's not too far down on the rushing side of things either. So, good player for Letcher Central.
Yeah, he's a well-used kid.
Defense getting set for the Bobcats. Letcher Central and Holbrook at the quarterback. Give up inside. Going to be met right at maybe a loss, tackle for a loss.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Williams got back to line of scrimmage there.
Yeah. Got a little feedback on my side, Matt. I don't know whose it is. So Williams, Q as Mark likes to call him. Ball going to be on the 36-yard line. So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Cougars from midfield. Holbrook with a screenplay over to Williams. Williams picks up about 2 or 3 yards. Stood on his feet from the Breathitt sideline. Good for the first down before he's ridden out of bounds around the 50. That's another Peoples Bank of Jackson first down. The Cougars move the ball courtesy of the little screen pass. Peoples Bank of Jackson working together to build success. Peoples is ready to help you reach your dreams. Thanks again to Peoples Bank for sponsoring our first down plays.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a simple
screenplay.
Threw it out to him, and say, get what you can get.
Well, he did a good job. He got by the first level of defenders over in front of that sideline and scampered up right in front of the Bobcats sideline for the first down. Holbrook will roll to his right, look down the field. He's going to tuck it. He's up at the 47, maybe the 48-yard line into Bobcat territory before he's brought down. Looked like he was going to have some green grass, Mark. He came around this right end and was looking north and looking to go downhill, and the Bobcats able to make the tackle. Ball going to be spotted at the 47.
Yeah, they chased him out of the pocket, and those linebackers pursued really well. They came right down the line of scrimmage and shut his door on him.
So 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars.
Rob, I'll also tell you, something really big about this quarterback is dual threat. He can run. So that can pose a lot of threats for the defense.
This time Holbrook hands it off to number 18. That is Brett Smith.
Yeah.
Looked like Smith was going to have some room over to the left, but the Bobcat defense flying to the football right now.
Yeah, they're going to have their hands full if he gets to the outside corner. They did a great job stringing that play out, but if he ever turns the corner, he'll show you what some real speed is.
So they were able to contain on the right side, and that'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Cougars. Ball on the 46. 7:28 to go here in the first quarter. Letcher Central gets set. Holbrook puts a man in motion. Going to give up inside. No, good fake. Little screen pass, and bravely Barnett there to make the tackle. Probably going to get him maybe for the face mask. So Smith brought down at the 49. But we've got a flag coming in for the face mask.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was inadvertent, but man, he had that play smelled out. He was right in his hip pocket when he caught the ball.
Folks, just if you're tuned in and listening, shoot me a message if you hear some feedback there and let us know. We've got a little bit coming through on our headsets. Just want to make sure we're sounding clear for all you guys out there at home that may be watching.
I think we're sounding clear. The feedback's coming off one of the radio stations to our left here.
Okay. Well, I know I knew if I could hear it, maybe somebody at home did. We want to make sure we're coming in clear for everybody at home. So the Cougars on 4th and 7. Don't know what happened on the penalty there that time, but they're still back at the 40, about the 49-yard line. It'll be 4th and long. So Holbrook going to roll out to his left, looking downfield. He's going to throw. He's got a man out there, and it's overthrown, incomplete. So the Cougars come out and go for it on 4th and 7. And it'll be turnover on downs, and it'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Bobcats.
Yeah, that's big Keyston Brown, random, and Keyston will fool you by his size. You don't think he can get down the field that far, but he usually catches 1 or 2 plays a game, and they usually come at a crucial time.
Didn't take long. Thanks, folks, for chiming in. They're telling us that we're sounding good. Thanks for everybody at home for chiming in there real quick. Trying to make sure everything's going good for you guys. Here are the Bobcats. Trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Miles fakes. Holland going to go deep down the sideline. He's got a couple of receivers over there. It's incomplete. Looked like that one was intended for John Carter Holland going down the sideline. So we've seen that Holland to Holland connection a couple times, Mark, for the Bobcats this year. And they've been very successful with a couple of long passes. And look for Miles. He'll be looking for John Carter on the screen pass, too. A lot of times you'll see him on the screen pass.
Well, he had Stidham beat then. He just was overthrown by about a half a step or something. So, I mean, that could be something to really look for.
Bobcats come back out. Gibson and Thomas just to the left of Holland. 2 receivers to the right. Holland called for the snap. Going to give to Thomas. Going to be tackled immediately by number 46.
Yeah, big Kobe Johnson's glad to be back. He met him in the backfield.
Big Kobe making a statement here early on defense. As soon as Thomas got the handoff, maybe a pickup of a yard. And it'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Bobcats. Ball on the 50-yard line at midfield. 6:19 on the clock. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Same set. Holland with the hard count. Defense stays put for Letcher Central. Gibson will go to the right now of Holland. Thomas still to his left. 2 receivers to the right. Single receiver in front of us is Combs. Holland sits back, looks down the field, going to roll to his right. Calls for a man, throws short, and it's going to be caught by John Carter Holland. He might have been out of bounds.
Yeah, he didn't get his foot down inside the field.
Ball out of bounds, and that'll bring up 4th down, and the Bobcats will be forced to punt again by the Cougar defense.
Your quarterback there, number 4, Holland,
yeah,
he showed great patience. I mean, he never got in a hurry. He had big 52 barrel down on him, and he still made a nice pass. It just was out of bounds.
Young man's a freshman, but he's got the IQ of a college player. Just be honest about it. And Terry going to punt it. It's going to take a Bobcat roll. And it's going down to about the 12-yard line, maybe a roll up to the 11. So Letcher Central opted not to touch the ball, and they let that one go. It rolls back to about the 11, so that'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cougars. Ball will be spotted on the 12-yard line on the left hash.
Yeah, I think he made the business decision there not to pick it up.
Had somebody barreling down on him.
Yeah, absolutely. That was probably a good decision. I would have done the same thing.
5:41 on the clock. Your score is still 0-0. Cougars and the Bobcats going at it here in the first quarter.
Yeah, both teams have struggled so far offensively, and the defense has matched up well, just like we predicted.
Holbrook, quarterback with their back to each side, left and right, single receivers to each side. Going to be a give.
Nice tackle.
Was that Q?
No, it was Johnson, but number
Johnson,
20.
okay.
Big Barnett made a great tackle there.
I couldn't see the number, but so a pickup of, we'll say 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Trips to the right for Letcher Central. Holbrook waiting on the snap. He'll look back over to the sideline and change the call. Linebacker showing blitz for the Bobcats. Give up inside again. He's got an opening. That's Johnson. Lowers that shoulder. Rolls up to about the 26, 27-yard line. So a big pickup for Letcher Central, and that'll be another People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cougars.
That was a nice tackle by Jason Thompson there. But unfortunately, like you said, it was after the big game.
Man, Johnson just looks like a powerhouse. He's able to get the job done on defense, and a big run that time by Kobe Johnson.
Yeah, Kobe is a hard-nosed football player. I mean, he likes to run north and south most of the time.
Holbrook, one back each side, one receiver each side. Same play going to give to Johnson on the other side of the field. Got one man to make the stop, and
got a flag on the play.
Barnett with the tackle. Also, Jason Combs coming up and getting in on that tackle from the corner position.
But they had a holding on the play.
Cougars going to walk that one back. Was it a holding call?
Yes.
So it'll be second. Repeat first down. 1st and 20. Somebody's messing with the light switch over there, man.
Yeah, that scares me really bad.
I hope that was on purpose.
I sure hope so.
Light's starting to go dim up here. Cougars, 2 receivers to the right. Holbrook looks, throws short across the middle. Almost taken away. Wow. Number 83 for the Bobcats. I got to look that number up real quick.
He's not on that. My list.
I don't recognize that number. Let's see if we got it on Letcher Central's list here that they gave us. I don't see him on that list either. I thought it looked like maybe Wyatt Spencer.
I think that is Wyatt. I mean,
he's usually wearing number 15, but that looks like Wyatt. I think
New jerseys may not have a 15 in them.
So Wyatt Spencer almost with the pickoff there. Yeah, that's Wyatt. He's in there at middle linebacker.
That would have been big for the Bobcats. Put them in great field position, if not a pick six.
Trip to the right, 2nd and 20. Going to be a keeper for Holbrook. Gets past a couple defenders, but he's finally brought down over in the sideline. Took up about 4 or 5 yards.
Jason Tolson and
Combs has been on it.
Jason Combs?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good tackle by them. Got him out of bounds.
3:46 on the clock. Score still knotted up at 0 between the Cougars and the Bobcats.
So far, a very defensive game, Rob.
Yes, it is. Both clubs having trouble getting the offense jump-started here in the first quarter. As you watch, like we got about 3.5 minutes continue to tick off the clock. Holbrook will come out with some long yardage, 3rd and 15.
Looks like the Bobcats are stacking up in the ball.
Holbrook waiting on the snap. Sets back, will look to his left. He's flushed out there. And he throws down the middle of the field. He's got a lot open when the pass is caught by number 2.
Tackle made by Adam Spencer and Austin Barker.
Brought down.
Is killer. 3rd and long.
Yeah.
And I want to say around a 30, 40-yard pass.
Brought down in Bobcat territory over around the 40s. Going to mark it at the 48.
Yeah.
So a big People's Bank of Jackson first down and a big conversion on third down for the Cougars.
That gives the Cougars a ton of momentum for the rest of this drive.
Again, that's speedy, and said that he's made some big catches. He caught an 81-yard touchdown pass last week. So
Looks like that one was for 22 yards.
Gavin doing a great job, 22-yard pass reception, able to get a few yards after the reception, so good job by Gavin. We'll call him speedy, too. Looks good on that play. Holbrook with the give inside again. Met at the line of scrimmage. That was Garrett Howell.
The ball was squirting around. I don't know if it was after the fact.
I think it was.
Looks like they're going to call it. They may call it down right now.
Yeah, I think he was down.
Yeah.
That was big Garrett Howard. He stepped up when Kobe Johnson was out with his injury and stuff. Both of those guys was in there, and that's two strong running backs. With Johnson leading the block for Howard.
The white hat referee out there at midfield and make sure the call was down. And it'll be about 11 yards.
Looks like
say
somebody
second
lost.
and 11. Loss of a yard on that play. Holbrook goes back to work, calls for the snap. Sits back in the pocket. He's looking. He goes across midfield. And he's just overthrown. Pass intended for Smith.
Yeah.
And just out of his reach. It'll go incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 11 for the Cougars.
I'm not sure if that was an errant pass or Smith changed his route, but, I mean, he was wide open, and they just didn't get him.
Secondary, maybe with a blown coverage there. Looked like Smith was wide open going across the middle of the field, and Gunnar Holbrook able to spot him, and ball just placed a little out of his reach. Incomplete pass will be at 3rd and 11 for the Cougars. Ball on the 49-yard line. Holbrook. 2 receivers each side of the field now. They sit back in the pocket and look deep. Flushed out of the pocket from Terry. Terry gets there, but the ball's thrown out of bounds, incomplete.
But there's a flag on the field. It's in the backfield, so this could be anything from a holding to a roughing the passer.
Holding.
Or the white hat's pointing towards a holding.
So 1:40 on the clock.
They call a holding call, and Coach Moore takes it. Backs him up for 3rd and 21.
Should be. Ball going to be spotted on the 41-yard line back in Cougar territory now. So Holbrook not going to shy away from the long ball. We've seen him convert on 3rd and 15 earlier here in this drive. So now he's looking at 3rd and 21. We'll see who Coach Matthews and the Cougars decide to go to and whose number they'll call.
Well, the other drive, I mean, they went for on 4th down about midfield, so he may just be looking to get about half of it this play.
Bobcats very close to sack on that last play. Braxton Terry almost got around that tackle on time.
Holbrook sits back in the pocket, flushed out of there by Waylon Abner. He gets rid of it. It's up in the air, and it's going to fall around the 45-yard line before it goes out of bounds, incomplete.
The Bobcat D-line seems to be getting great pressure on this quarterback. They've been very close to a few sacks that quarterback is not as, if he was not as mobile as he is.
That time, Abner and Terry flushing him out of there, and he had to get rid of it, and he did, but the ball going to fall incomplete.
I know those two are killers for any offensive line coach planning for the week.
Yeah, I mean, that they were all over him, and like you said, the play before that, they would have sacked him had they not had the holding penalty.
So the Cougars will punt this one away from the 40-yard line. Puts a boot to it, and it's going to probably
bounce out of bounds. Put them around the 23.
It'll go out of bounds. A good punt just sailed to the right on the kicker. It goes out of bounds on the Letcher Central sideline.
Looks like,
yeah, they have him spotted about the
23, 24, yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that was a nice punt. It just went out of bounds, I'm sure, a little earlier than they wanted because it was a nice roll on the end of it for the Cougars. But
trying to pin them back close to the end zone, too. If they'd have stayed in bounds, it's been dangerous.
See if the Bobcats can get something going this drive. They've been stalled out on their past 3 offensive drives, I want to say.
1:19 on the clock here in the first quarter. 0-0 your score. Holland and the Bobcats go back to work. 2 receivers each side. Puts Thomas in motion. Fakes the jet sweep. Going to go deep down the foot. He's got Sperry.
Wide
Sperry with the reach and the catch. And he looks back. He's got plenty of room. And he's into the end zone. Nothing but green grass for Sperry. And that is a Family Pharmacy scoring play for the Bobcats. We saw that play last week, Evan Miller and Mark. It's just common. They put 2 receivers out there. They'll put Thomas in motion. They bring him back and fake the jet sweep. And look out, Mr. Johnny on the spot. The difference maker, Austin Sperry, there for the catch and the reception. That'll make the Bobcats 6-0 with 1:08 on the clock.
It's crazy what this offense can do when they get some momentum behind them.
Yeah, and that was an awesome throw by Holland. Let's give him some props, too. Sperry never had to break stride.
No.
Right on the money.
So Terry on to kick the extra point. 1:08 on the clock, 6-0. Terry trying to make it 7. He puts the boot to it. The kick is up. And it is wide to the right. No good. Just over to the right. Just a little too much. Real close on the uprights, but the Mr. Referees had to look at each other to make sure. So that'll make your score 6-0. We'll take a quick break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
And 1:08 left in the first quarter, and the Bobcats strike first with a long pass touchdown for 6 points, but they missed a PAT. So it's 6-0, getting ready to kick off.
A game like this, Mark, every point is important. So we hope that 1 point doesn't come back to affect the Bobcats later. 6-0 the lead here late in the first.
Looks like the Bobcats are lining up for an onside or a squib.
Preston Turner with the kick, going to be handled back at the 30-yard line. Fair catch called. So the Cougars will take over on the 30 with another People's Bank of Jackson first down.
Yeah. Kensher made a nice catch there. He signaled for a fair catch. And got him in good field position to start with.
Curious to see what the Cougars do to retaliate against that touchdown from the Bobcats. So far, they've been stalled offensively, but they've had some big plays.
Yeah, they'll have to string a few of those together. You're right, Evan, in order to get anything going against this Bobcat team.
Well, the Cougars get set. Holbrook back at quarterback. Offense all pulled in tight. 3 receivers stacked to the right for Holbrook. So he looks to the sideline and makes a change on the call. Quentin Williams, the single back beside him onto his left. Holbrook called for the snap. Give to Williams. Williams around the right side. And going to be tackled by Colby Bird and Austin Sperry.
People are still following.
Looked like Waylon Abner had a track on him there, and looked like he was doing a good job of containment. Looked like he was going to be the first man to maybe make a tackle on the backfield, but good job blocking by the Cougars. Blocking Waylon Abner is no easy feat. One of the best linemen in the state, and I guess I need to brag on all of them, but Waylon does a great job offensively and defensively both. Less than 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Holbrook, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. He's going to give to Johnson. Johnson's going to be met in the backfield. Tackle. No, he's finally brought down. Looked like he was going to make another move after that initial tackle.
Looks like he was wrapped up by Braxton Terry and Jaden Gibson on that play.
Kobe doing what Kobe does, though.
Yeah.
Another 4 yards after they've got a hold of it.
Looked like they had him down, and the clock going to wind down here in the first quarter, and that'll do it. The clock at 0:00. We finally get a whistle. So that'll do it for the first quarter. Bobcats go up 6-0 here late in the first. We'll take a break on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we'll be back after this commercial.
Wolf County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination. but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Franks, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants
At 3rd and 4th, the Cougars are trying to get something together after Bobcat got that late score in the first quarter.
Quarterback going to ride Johnson up inside, and a good fake at that time looked like the quarterback, looked like Holbrook could pull it at any time as he rode Johnson up inside, and going to be good for a People's Bank of Jackson first down. People's Bank of Jackson working together to build success. People's is ready to help you reach your dreams. Holbrook comes out, gets set early, 2 receivers to both sides. Johnson just to his right.
Yeah, Johnson's strength is going north and south.
Oh, yeah, you can tell it when he lowers that shoulder. He means business. Quick throw is going to be caught. And going to be another pickup of a first down for the Cougars as Smith on the reception.
Receiver gets tabletop, Jason, Combs, and Tolson.
So the People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cougars. We'll move the ball up to the 42-yard line.
Give it a...
And that time Holbrook's going to keep it. Got a little grass around the right side. Gibson tried to make the tackle, but Holbrook able to break that tackle and get on by and pick up of about 5, maybe 6 yards on the carry.
Yeah, the Cougars just picked up the tempo this drive.
Yeah, you can tell it. Trips to the left now for the Cougars. Hard count by Connor, or Gunner.
Doesn't get the Bobcats offsides.
Checks the call with the sideline. Holbrook will get set. Another hard count. Nobody moves, so he comes back to the sideline again.
Really trying to get that first down without even running a play.
Going to roll out to his left. Throws to the sideline. Caught open. And he's got a man out there. Makes a man miss the tackle. Spurry's the only one to get there. And that time, Brent Smith with the reception and the run back across the field as he cut back into the middle. Made a couple of Bobcat defenders miss. And the touchdown is good for the Cougars. That is a family pharmacy scoring drive for the Letcher Central Cougars. Family Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. Family and Hometown Pharmacy, proud supporters of the Bobcats.
Just on that play, Smith out-athleted the whole defense. Looks like a...
So the point after kick by Emma Adams is up.
And good.
And it's good.
That's her 14th PAT of the year.
Emma Adams with her 14th PAT of the year. Wow, that's awesome.
Looks like that missed PAT by the Bobcats comes back to bite some early as the Cougars take the lead with 10:31 left in the second quarter.
That's the point you were making, that in these type of games, every single point makes...
It's going to be a crucial 1-point game at this point, 7-6. So a nice kick by Adams to put the Cougars up. 10:31 on the clock. We'll take a quick break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back after this message.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Folks, we're back on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We're trying to get a few stats there lined out on these touchdown passes. 7-6 is your score with 10:31 on the clock here in the second quarter. So the Cougars go up by 1 point with the extra point. 7-6. We're getting ready to kick this one off.
Yeah, we played 10 minutes and no scoreless football, then 2 back-to-back touchdowns.
Going to be picked up by Thomas. Thomas at the middle of the field. He's got an alley. Couple guys finally bring him down around the 41-yard line. I get a little excited, Mark, whenever Thomas touches the ball and he sees some green grass because it doesn't take much for him to get out of there and get gone.
I really think had he got by the last defender there, I think it would have been
he was looking for it. So a big return by Thomas to bring it up to the 41-yard line. Bobcats with a People's Bank of Jackson first down. They'll go to work from midfield.
Looks like a single back set from the Bobcats. I expect a quick little give to Gibson, try to get some short yardage.
2 receivers each side. Holland, just like Evan says, gives to Gibson. Gibson's a big pickup. Got some room up to the 50. Brought down around the 49.
Gashes them for nearly 9 yards, if not a first down.
And that'll move the chains. Yep. That'll be a first down Bobcats. So another People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cats, courtesy of Jaden Gibson.
Yeah, Kinser came all the way across the field to make that tackle, but like you said, he had already had the first down by the time he could get there.
The backfield for the Bobcats is dangerous. Oh,
another
hard like we had a encroachment on the defense. As I was saying, the backfield is dangerous because Gibson, not only is he quick, but he can also lower his shoulder and run you over. But then, in our double back set, you also have Thomas, who could kill you on speed on the outside.
Very shifty back, and Eli Thomas, and like you said, Jaden Gibson, not afraid to lower his shoulder.
Not to mention, if you want to go straight power, Braden Barnett.
2 receivers each side again for the Cats. Gibson in the backfield with Holland. Holland calls for the snap. Will sit back in the pocket. Throws quickly across the field, caught by Barker. Barker with a nice catch, and he'll get another People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Smith went for the interception there, and just a nice catch by Barker.
Well,
nice play.
Barker just had a coming out party in the last game against Hazard with a big interception and a couple of pass receptions. So, and another catch there for Austin Barker. 2 receivers each side for the Cats. Holland in the backfield at quarterback with Gibson just to his left.
With the Bobcats on the road, the Cougars going to have to tighten up their belts.
Bobcats working in Cougar territory. Little jet sweep over to Thomas. He's got an alley, and he's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards. It looks like about 3. The ball up to the 30-yard line now for the Cats. Ball be spotted on the left hash. Bobcats trying to get into the red zone here deep in Cougar territory.
Thomas showed some of his speed there. Johnson made him in the backfield, and he just went around him and kept going.
Looked like he's going to be tackled right in the backfield, and Thomas able to get by him, pick up of about, they're going to give him 2 yards. Look like 3 from here, but
if the Bobcats are in the grips formation, probably a quick little screen out. A give
to Gibson inside, still on his feet.
Wow.
And able to jump a couple of defenders as he'll get up.
Good little 6-yard gain.
Yeah, that was just a nice run. He got that straight up the middle of his own. He had to jump a whole pile of kids to get there.
Ball spotted on the 27-yard line now. 3rd down and 4 for the Cats.
Shaden has developed well over his tenure as the Bobcats running back, taking over from his older brother, Ethan. Good little early down back.
2 receivers to the right, Terry and Holland.
Low snap, but Gibson still over his shoulder.
So Holland give to Gibson. Gibson with a pickup. Looks like of about 3. Just depends on where they spotted.
Say about 4th and 2.
Yeah, it looks like 4th and 2.
Yeah,
so the Bobcats deep in Cougar territory.
If I'm Coach Moore here, I give the ball to Gibson again. He's had a good little drive so far, but I could also see them going for a quick screen on the quick little pass on the outside.
I was kind of expecting them to get the ball to Barnett.
Wildcat formation.
Wildcat formation. Give to Gibson. They want to get the 2 yards. Lowers the shoulder. Maybe one more.
Looks like it.
It's going to be close.
Well, I think he got it. We'll see where the ball's spotted at.
Whitehead's calling it a first down now.
It'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down, courtesy of Jaden Gibson again. And as Gibson comes out into Wildcat. And good blocking up front for the Bobcats. That'll move the chains. and put them knocking on the door of the red zone. Ball on the 21-yard line. The clock says on the 19, but the ball spotted on the 21-yard line. Looks like from here, 1st and 10 for the Cats. They'll get set, one back each side. Give to Barnett. Barnett makes a move around the right end, still on his feet. And he's going to be brought down around the 16, 17-yard line. So a pickup of a few yards by Barnett, probably pickup of about 4.
I may have said it once or twice already, but Braden is a really good back. He is similar to number 46, Kobe Johnson on Letcher, as he's a good north and south back, and he'll lower his shoulder and run you over if he has to get yards.
Yeah, Steve Bingham stepped up there and met him in the hole, but like I said, he still soldiered on forward.
2nd and 6. Holland going to sit back, throw short.
Ooh,
got Thomas out in the open, and he's going to stay on his feet up to about the 3-yard line. We got a flag and a whistle, but Thomas able to come out of there. Don't really know if he went down. They tried to make the tackle, and he came out of there, but we got a quick flag down, too.
This was a forearm we didn't see.
His head was down and his feet were still up, so I'm going to estimate that it'd be a face mask, but not sure. Maybe a horse collar.
Possibly.
So on 2nd and targeting on Letcher Central. Well, I didn't see that one.
No, I'm looking around the pole, but I didn't see that.
Bobcats first and at the 2.
Maybe someone lowered their headgear.
Must have. So another People's Bank of Jackson first down. 1st and goal for the Bobcats as they drove it down the field. Holland back there. He's going to pitch it over to Thomas. Thomas shake and bake. Still on his feet. Reaches and he's in the end zone. That'll be a family pharmacy scoring play for the Bobcats as they punch it in down here on the goal line. Family pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. Bobcats put it in for another score. That'll make your score 12-7 with 6:09 on the clock.
Here comes another big moment in this game really early on. The Bobcats are going to have to go for 2 to potentially tie up this game if the Cougars come back and score.
I noticed Thomas hobbling around a little bit. I don't know if he's tired or got a cramp or what.
Yeah, he's holding on to that right leg. Looks like he's out on the field right now, but he might be a little ginger on that right leg, maybe a cramp. Holland going to sit back, chase down there, and he's going to be sacked. Well, he's sacked by the Cougar defense on the 2-point conversion. No good. So Bobcats with 6:09 on the clock trying to convert the 2-point conversion. No good, courtesy of the defense of the Cougars. That'll make their score 12-7. We'll be back after this break on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
So 6:09 in the second quarter, and Bobcats have regained the lead, 12-7. Made a nice scoring drive there, but the Cougars made a great stop on the 2-point conversion to make this a 5-point ball game.
Yep, 6:09 on the clock here before the half, and the Bobcats doing an excellent job offensively. Able to get a little bit of momentum that time, and able to get some execution and some things going for them. Wyatt Spencer going to set the ball on the tee, and he'll line up and get ready to kick this one. And Preston Turner's going to step up, and ball going to be a fair catch called around the 37-yard line for the Cougars. So that'll be a People's Bank of Jackson. They'll take over on the 37 over on the right hash.
And that was Connor that caught that ball and made a fair catch. Nice play for the young man.
He's done that a couple times here tonight, and just a smart decision.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore, by the way. I mean, he's got a lot more growing to do compared to his dad.
Gunnar Holbrook, he's the quarterback. He's a sophomore also, right?
Gunner's something else. He's not like normal kids. He really not. If you have a conversation with him, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Trips to the left for the Cougars. Holbrook waiting on the snap. Calls for it. Want to turn, give up the middle. And he gets one stiff arm. He's still on his feet. And he's got a broken tackle, and nobody can get him out of bounds. There's a couple of defenders over on the right side tried to get him out of bounds, make a tackle, able to make a move, and Quentin Williams into the end zone for the Cougars.
Wow. That is just the thing they need to get this drive.
Defense that time just not able to make the tackle, and the Cougars rumble into the end zone. That'll make the score 13-12 as Emma Allen will come back on to attempt another, or Emma Adams will come on to attempt another point after.
I mean, he's just phenomenally a way he can cut the seams.
I thought they had him out of bounds over to 30, and he's still on his feet headed to the end zone.
Absolutely gassed the Bobcat defense.
Kick is up and good for Emma Adams. It's 15.
That's 15.
15 straight extra points for the young lady. That'll make your score 14-12. Cougars go up over the Bobcats with 5:59 on the clock. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
With 5:59 and left to go in the second quarter, the Cougars strike back real quick with a phenomenal run by Q. Scores had a point after by Emma Adams, and the score is 14-12. Cougars are up by 2.
That was an absolute killer drive. One play. That shows they have the explosion to score in a quick amount of time.
Back deep for the Bobcats, Eli Thomas and John Carter Holland. Kick's going to go back to Thomas. He's going to handle it at the 20-yard line. Almost bounced out of his lap. He's got a lane in the middle, still on his feet. Got a flag down. And Eli Thomas will get up to about the 41-yard line. Flag came in.
I would assume a hold or block in the back
That's
on the Bobcats.
That's what I was thinking, block in the back, judging from where the flag came from.
Well, and it landed right at Tolson's feet. He and the Cougar was on the ground, so I don't know what happened, but he threw it right at those two players.
Penalty will go against the Bobcats with 5:54 on the clock. So
takes a little oomph out of a good return from Thomas and puts them back at the 24.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yep.
24.
People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cats as they'll start out on the right hash on the 24-yard line.
Had Thomas not bobbled that, I don't know what he'd have done.
Two receivers each side for Miles Holland and Jaden Gibson just to his right.
I would assume
shift him over to the left.
I would assume this is another run, quick little run. Oh, no. Wrong.
Quick screenplay intended for Sperry. It's going to go out of bounds.
Overthrown, though.
Incomplete. 5:50 on the clock now. Your score's 14-12.
I think Coach Moore had the same thing in mind. Let's get out there and spray hands and let him do his magic.
The ball will come back to the 24. Bobcats starting from the right hash. Two receivers each side for Holland. Once again, Gibson to the right of Holland right now. Holland waiting on the play call. Offense gets set. Holland goes to work. Calls for the snap. Rolls. Looks. Back out of the pocket. Looks. Short throw intended. Goes incomplete. Call intended for Gibson. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Cats. Bobcats with two short intended pass plays. Both of those going incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
But I am still impressed with Holland's mannerisms as a freshman because big Kobe Johnson was breathing down his neck.
He made a quick read over to his left, and he didn't like what was over there. And real quickly, he came back to the right, and defense of the Cougars had everything shut off that play. Intended pass for Gibson goes out of bounds, incomplete. 5:45 on the clock now here before halftime. And we got a timeout, Breathitt County. We'll take it with them on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Thanks for tuning in, folks, here against the Cougars against the Cats. We will be back after this message.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Frank's, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
.545 left in the second quarter, and the Bobcats have the ball on their own 29-yard line.
Two receivers each side for Holland. Sits back in the pocket, looking down the field.
Protection.
Got Sperry going across the middle with a nice catch around the 30 right now, up to the first down. And he'll go out of bounds just after he picks up the People's Bank of Jackson first down. People's Bank of Jackson working together to build success. The Bobcats find success in another first down, courtesy of Miles Holland to Austin Sperry. Sperry came across midfield open, made the reception, got up past the 30-yard line, and just out of bounds right after the sticks, the first down marker in front of the Bobcat sideline.
You know, Rob, I don't mean to interject, but that play would not have been possible if it were not for the offensive line. They had a really good pass protection on that play.
Anytime you want to talk about the line, brother, you go right ahead. Ooh. Ball intended for Combs. Incomplete, came out of his hands and was airborne there for a minute, and a big sigh of relief across the crowd from the Bobcats fans is that the Cougars defender's not able to make an interception on that one.
No, but and Evan, I was getting ready to say the same thing. He had all day back there. His lineman formed a pocket around him and never budged.
The fans at home don't know what I'm up against. I got Mark to my right and Evan to my left, and I'm trying to keep these guys apart. At least they can agree on the lineman.
Hand off to Gibson.
Gibson's on his feet up at the 41-yard line.
Looked like a good 6-yard gain from Jaden Gibson.
Gibson looked to be tackled back around the 36 or 37 maybe, and stayed on his feet, got up to about the 41, so it'll be third and about 4 yards to go for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Garrett Howard had him pegged there about a yard deep. But it just, he got away from him. Like I said, he stepped outside and gone.
Two receivers to the right for the Bobcats. Barnett will come in, and he'll be the blocking back in front of Gibson, just to the right of Holland. Turns, give to Gibson. Gibson up, right up on the left side of the line, and he's going to be up to about the 40.
Looks to be a little short.
Yeah, up to about the 44-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. It's going to be 4th and inches.
No, 4th and a yard.
Yeah, they're going to set it back. Gibson is really close to that 45-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 44 and say 4th and 1. So the offense stays on the field for the Cats.
I'd predict a give to Braden Barnett on this play.
Gibson moves up front as the blocking back. Barnett in the back. Give to Barnett. Barnett slows over and doesn't get there.
Stop a yard short in the backfield. A big play by the Cougars defense.
Maybe back to the initial line of scrimmage. Not good enough for the first down. So the Cougars will take over on downs. Big stand for the defense here of Letcher Central.
Yeah, so if you had to ask the Cougar fans if they're glad to see Kobe back, that one play right there might be worth it.
I would say they would answer yes.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal stop right in the middle of the field. I mean,
4:17 on the clock here before the half. Cougars up 14-12. Cougars with some momentum on their side. Just showing trips to the left as they come out. Holbrook with one back behind him, and that is Quentin Williams. Holbrook calls for the snap. Give inside to Williams. Going to be tackled. Maybe a tackle for loss.
Foot held by, is that Waylon or Beatty?
Colby Bird and Waylon Adler both in there.
Yep.
Colby and Waylon both got to him first and just stood him up, holding on to his leg. Trip stacked to the left
Great
for the
play
Cougars.
from those two defensive linemen.
Williams in the backfield with Holbrook. He'll switch sides, comes to Holbrook's left. One receiver to the far side of the field. Calls for the snap. Give to Williams again. Patient. Gets it blocked from Johnson. Still on his feet. Makes one defender miss. Finally brought down after a pickup with a first down, I do believe. Good run again by Williams.
He is a great explosive player. Like, this is my first time ever watching him, and I'm impressed.
Well, I like to watch a running back when he gets behind his blocker and puts his hand on his back. The blocker knows he's there, and he waits. He's patient. When he gets that block, he picks the side, and he's gone.
Yeah.
Great vision by Quentin.
Cougars receivers block for each other awful well.
Rips to the left again for the Cougars. Williams just to the right of Holbrook. Hard count by Holbrook. Defense stays put. Comes back to the sideline to check the call.
Look for a pass to Kobe Johnson in the middle.
Holbrook takes it. Give to Williams from the backfield. Still on his feet again. Makes a man miss. Who's headed to the end zone. Big run by Quentin Williams. And that'll be a family pharmacy scoring play for Letcher Central Cougars. Courtesy of Quentin Williams as he came out of the backfield. Great blocking up front by the Cougars. And Williams into the end zone with 2:58 on the clock. That'll make your score 20-12. And Emma Adams will come back on to attempt another extra point.
You know, that's 2 big touchdowns for Q this game. He's
really
a
smart
stepped up.
runner. Yeah, great football IQ, patient. Man, when he gets an open field, look out. Adams with the kick. It's up, splits the uprights, and good. That's number 16 in a row for her. And that'll make your score 21-12 with 2:58 on the clock here before the half. We'll take a break on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this message.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
.258 left in the second quarter. Cougars just went down and made a big scoring drive real quick. Made it 21-12. Bobcats looked like they were driving back to answer that last score and just kind of stalled out.
No, Mark, I don't want to speak too early, but this could be another really big drive for Bobcats as the Cougars open the second half of the ball, so they need to put some points on the board before this first half ends.
You're absolutely right. I mean, this is crucial. They get part of that lead cut down.
Back deep for the Bobcats again. Eli Thomas and John Carter Holland. The kick for the Cougars is in the air.
A squib kick.
Gibson going to let it go out of bounds around the 29-yard line.
After that last kickoff, I was pretty sure that they were going to kick it back over to Thomas.
I don't think they want to kick it to Thomas. They were aiming for Holland that time. Ball didn't get to him. It went out of bounds.
So that'd be
right
the safer move for your special teams coordinator. It's to kick it in about. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he bobbled that last one and still got it back to almost midfield. Of course, the penalty is what killed the drive for him.
So the People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Bobcats will start off on the 35-yard line at midfield.
Let's see if the Bobcats can get it rolling this drive. Double back set, I would.
Holland busted play, trying to get out of there, and he's going to be a big-time sack by Holland. He was looking for somebody. He was looking to hand the ball off, and the backfield went in different directions. So a busted play on the Bobcats with 2:44 on the clock.
Looks like a big miscue from the Bobcats.
Brody Griffith now. Brody's just a sophomore as well.
That results in nearly a
nice penetration.
15-yard loss? 12-yard?
12-yard loss.
Killer for your opening play of the drive.
Ball spotted on the 22-yard line. 2 receivers each side for Holland. Gibson back in the backfield. Holland going to sit back in the pocket. Looks, throws short. Going to be caught by Sperry. Sperry's going to get out of bounds around the 29-yard line.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
he's
about 5 yards of that back.
one-on-one. He is just almost impossible to guard.
Well, he caught the ball, looked over his shoulder, and saw the defenders coming from that side. He wanted to go back into the middle of the field, but he made that cut back to the left and able to pick up a yard or two before he got out of bounds.
Yeah, he got out of bounds and stopped the clock, so that's good.
Yep.
Good football
Smart
mentality.
move from Sperry.
2 receivers each side, 2:09 on the clock. 21-12 your score. Cougars in the lead. Holland sits back in the pocket, looking deep. Goes across the middle of the field. He's got Thomas. Thomas with a catch at the 40. He's to the 30 before he's brought down just past the 30, maybe up to the 28. A huge People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Bobcats as Thomas comes streaking across the middle of the field. Miles Holland, great vision, finds him for the reception.
An awesome toss, catch, and run from Holland to Thomas.
Yes.
Great play. Gets them right where they need to be, close to the red zone.
Speedy released Spurry and run him down and made the tackle, or he'd score.
1:52 on the clock. 21-12 your score. Bobcats threatening deep in Cougar territory, knocking on the red zone.
5 wide set.
Holland going to roll
Gibson
to his
blocking
left.
the edge.
Looking down, throws, short pass is
Good
caught.
catch from Holland.
And caught by John Carter Holland, and that's another People's Bank of Jackson first down. Bobcats move the sticks again.
They're moving the ball in a hurry.
We've had a momentum shift every drive, but hopefully they don't leave too much time on the clock for the Cougars to come back and score if they score in this drive.
Ball on the 18-yard line. 1:30 on the clock. 2 receivers each side for the Bobcats. Gibson just to the left of Holland. Holland shouting out the orders. Comes back in, sets up shop, takes a snap. Looks quick, throw across the middle. Intercepted by the Cougars.
Officials called it incomplete.
Looked like he had his hands on it. I thought he might have had that one.
The official from behind him is the one that called it.
If you're a Bobcat fan right now, you're breathing a sigh of relief.
If you're a Cougar fan, you're upset.
Yeah, there's some people standing up in the stands right now.
Once again, folks, I'm between a Cougar fan and a Bobcat fan. I'm loving giving you guys a hard time about this. 2 receivers each side. Gibson to the right of Holland. Holland takes the snap, sits back in the pocket, looks across midfield, forced out of there. Little screen play to Gibson. Gibson on his feet, lowers his shoulder, but comes up. Ball still loose on the ground. Gibson with a good run, and he just got bowed up around the 10-yard line, and the ball came out. And the motion from the White Hat is Cougar football. So the ball comes down deep next to the goal line for the Bobcats. The Cougars recover, and they will take over with 58 seconds on the clock here
That
before the
is
half.
an absolute dagger to the Bobcats. Really putting together a really good drive in the second quarter just to have it sputter out as a fumble.
Number 9 hit on. I mean, that was a clash over there.
So fumble for the Bobcats, recovered by the Cougars, and Letcher Central will have a People's Bank of Jackson first down from the 6-yard line deep in their own territory. We'll see how Holbrook and the Cougars operate with their backs to the end zone.
Going
to give it to Johnson. Johnson with a blocker out in front of him. He's big block, and here comes Bobby Johnson down the field line. Adam Spencer still able to make the stop up around the 40, 41-yard line, but we got flags back here in the backfield. See what the call is.
I think they're going to get that second block for a
block in the back.
Yeah.
Man, it looked like
or maybe a hold.
I tell you what, I love seeing a back come out of the backfield with a big lineman in front of him to make that block. It looked like the first guy got a clean block. I'm not for sure on the second block that came right around the 23, 24-yard line where the referees are. And we do have a penalty going against the Cougars. I'm sure it was a block in the back, and that's going to take them back. The ball was on the 6-yard line, and it's going to be spotted from the spot of the foul. So it'll be sitting on the 13-yard line.
Okay. 48 seconds left. I don't know if the Cougars will try to
You're
do a
not,
quick score and then maybe sit on it.
you're not in a real good place to sit back and throw it with your back to the end zone, but we'll see what Holbrook does. He's going to be pressured out of there. Tackled by Jason Tosin. Tosin on the blitz.
Wow.
Into the backfield and makes the stop. Tackle for a loss.
Absolutely shot the gap and just took out the running back.
Nobody picked up Tosin on the blitz.
It's a great blitz by Tolson.
And that's going to move the ball back to about the 8 or 9 yard line.
Looks like we've had a switch at linebacker, and now number 24, Patrick Trumbo, is in with Jason Tolson. And we've had Wyatt Spencer go to nose.
So with 24 seconds on the clock, we got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be back on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
20% play the halftime.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
With 24 seconds left to go in this first half, Cougars have the ball deep in their own territory, leading 21-12. What's the call, Rob? What do you think?
Well, I mean, if it's me, if I'm calling the play, I'm going to go back to Johnson, or I'm going to go back to Quentin Williams. You got the wide side of the field. The ball's lined up on the left hash. You got the wide side of the field in front of the Breathitt sideline. Right now we're showing trips. They got Williams out at a receiver, empty backfield. Holbrook, he's going to roll out, coming from the end zone, going to be chased out there across the middle of the field. Caught. One miss.
Missed tackle by Stanley.
And we got finally brought down around the 25-yard line. And Wyatt Spencer on the tackle. A number of players here at midfield trying to separate everybody. I think it was as much both sides of the ball, so the referee's just going to be separating both teams, get everybody back to their own huddles with 15 seconds on the clock. I don't see any flags down, but the referee's out at midfield talking about it, Mark.
Yeah, well, and I think they kind of talked to both players that was involved, and you told them to calm it down a little bit. I like the fact you saw other players run in there and instead of getting involved, they were actually separated.
Good sportsmanship on both ball clubs to pull both players away. 15 seconds on the clock, folks. It's a 21-12 ball game. The Cougars in the lead. Just an impressive show of Cougars here in the second quarter. I like to grade these teams, Mark, by quarter, and definitely the Cougars coming out here in the second quarter, late in this first half with an A+ rating. As they marched down the field, they made a couple of stops. And they've rode Quentin Williams and Kobe Johnson all the way to the end zone a couple times. And, we had some penalties. There were some mistakes here and there, and we talked about that early in the game. The team that makes the fewer mistakes is going to be the team that comes out on top here tonight, because these two teams are very similar. Here we go again. Holbrook in the backfield with him is Williams. Hard count, tries to make the defense jump, and they don't. Holbrook will look back to the sideline. Two receivers each side. Williams to his right. Holbrook takes the snap, sits back, looks deep. Flushed out of the pocket, rolls over in front of the sideline, throws down the sideline.
Flag in the backfield.
Yeah.
I think it's in the area of a hold.
Oh, definitely a hold.
Yep.
I think the right tackle man got a little bit of wailing when he was coming around.
So Laundry in the backfield, the holding call going to be against the Cougars. So with 10 seconds on the clock, Cougars up 21-12 with their backs to the end zone again. Now they'll go to work from the 15-yard line.
Mark, once you say here you play a little safe, just give it to your running back since you're opening the second half with your with the ball.
Oh, absolutely. I would run a pair eye or something. I would let Big Kobe lead up there and see if I could bounce my speeders through the line, and hopefully they can turn on something.
Especially since your running backs are tearing up the field right now. They could have an explosive play and get another touchdown before end of the half.
Good call, Coach Miller. Let's give it to the running back with 10 seconds and in the lead and getting the ball back in the third. Holbrook takes a snap, going to fake it to Williams, throws across the middle of the field. Pass is caught up around the 30-31 yard line. And the pass was caught by number 8. That is that
That's
9
number
or
6?
Is that 6?
Yeah, it's didn't.
Right now, the Bobcats are getting gashed down the middle.
4 seconds on the clock. Ball spotted at the middle of the field at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, we got a quick timeout here, so we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back here in about 45 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
And with 4 seconds left in the first half, Cougars are no doubtly going to run the last play of the half.
Trips to the left, quick pass, screen play for the Cougars. He's got a blocker, but he's going to be tackled from behind by Barnett. That was Smith, I believe, on the reception. He'll bring it up the field, and that'll run out the clock here at Letcher Central. And that'll bring us to halftime. The Cougars up 21-12 over the Bobcats. I don't know what's going on the sideline. Are they trying to say they had another second on the clock? It's halftime. It's the time has clicked out on the clock.
They're having a meeting.
Yeah, they're having a meeting of the minds at the middle of the field with the referees. And the Letcher Central coaches have got their players over here on the sideline. They think there's another second on the clock.
Yeah, there is 1 second on the clock now.
Well, they put it back. It was 000.
But,
so the White Hat making an explanation. The Bobcats will go to the locker room. The Cougars will go to the locker room.
Call it
Head Coach Matthews out there talking with the White Hat right now, wanting 1 second back on the clock. Not happy about it. But we'll take a break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll go to commercial and pay some bills. We'll be back to talk about the first half after this break.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Hey, Brian Milo here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughn Bassett furniture, it means value.
And Kemper recognizes that.
That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughn Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price.
Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
SEC Auto Sales, located at 1557 Highway 15 South in Jackson, is the fastest growing pre-owned dealership in the area. Whether you're looking for a used or new-to-you vehicle, SEC has you covered. Think you can't get finance? Well, think again. They have the best interest rates available, serving all of Eastern Kentucky. Let them show you an easy buying experience. Come on down and see Jeff, Dwayne, and the rest of the gang. Call 606-272-6888 or visit them online at secautosales.com.
Wolfe County Tourism. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous. Come see all that Wolfe County has to offer. Jackson Medical Clinic and Family Health Care. Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic for all your medical needs. Open 7 days a week with new extended hours. With a hometown atmosphere, our family is sure to take care of yours. Go Time and Steak and Shake. Refresh, refill, and refuel at Go Time. 8 locations to keep you on the go. And Steak and Shake in Hazard, famous for steak burgers and great milkshakes. Appalachian Wireless. Appalachian Wireless is Eastern Kentucky. Great service, great people. Get more with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply. Stop by and see Scott for all your electrical, plumbing, heating needs, along with septic systems and appliance parts. Jackson Physical Therapy. Colby Watts is your physical therapist. Jackson Physical Therapy will get you back into the action. Thanks to Colby for helping the Bobcats.
It's 10:04 before we start back this second half. We're back at the field. The crowd is still upset over that last second call. There's still people talking about it down there.
It got a little heated at the 1 second mark because I think somebody, the clock ran out 3 zeros, and I think one of the line judges must have told Coach Matthews that he still had a second, that they'd get a second back on the clock. It was overruled by the head white hat, the head referee. And Coach Matthews, he's had happier moments, Mark, than at that time. And he voiced it on the way off the field. And the referee crew and the coaching staff for the Cougars pretty much had a long, heated discussion all the way back to the locker room door. But with that being said, the Cougars take a 21-12 lead into the locker room at halftime, and they will get the ball to start the third quarter. I talked about grading these teams by a quarter. The Bobcats came out. They looked steady. They looked comfortable on offense. They were executing. They were able to match or go ahead at different points, the Cougars. But in that second quarter, the Cougars kind of came out and asserted themselves. Defensively, they came up with a couple big stops. They came up with a fumble recovery. And offensively, all Coach Matthews has had to do is to look at number 46, Colby Johnson, and number 10, Quentin Williams. You call those two numbers, and both of those young men able to go north down the field with the football and pick up big yardage and get some big scores for the Cougars, courtesy of both of those guys with some great blocks and some great runs. Cougars are up 21-12. Really the Cougars, I would give an A+ in that first half. Coach Matthews might not, and of course there's some penalties and some things that they've mentally, the mistakes that they made, but offensive side of things, they're really executing and they're playing cleaner football, Mark.
Yeah, the first quarter, and we talked about what a matchup it was going to be before the game started. The first quarter was almost like a filling out period.
Yeah, it was.
Because until about 2 minutes left in the first quarter before anybody scored, and Bobcats struck first. And so, as far as giving grades, as you said, the first quarter, I probably have to give it to the Bobcats. But the second quarter, the Cougars were able to score real quick and answer the Bobcat scores each time. Missing the point after kind of took the wind out of the sails for the Bobcats just a little. Couple crucial penalties at certain times in their drive, and Cougars were just able to take advantage of that and really execute a couple of really big plays and have a 21-12 lead. And like you said, they get the ball because they defer to the second half.
Yeah, they defer. They get the ball to come out here in the third quarter. And, that 21-12 deficit, like you mentioned, comes to point. Missed extra point, and they come out and go for 2 and try to make it 14, and they don't get that. It was stopped quickly by the defense of the Cougars, and makes it really makes it a 2-score ball game if you're counting points, and that's a tough position for the Bobcats in a game like this. We keep talking about how these teams are equal and how they've played other similar opponents. 21-12 right now. Like I said, Coach Matthews probably going to talk about some mental mistakes and some things at halftime, but you got to keep your troops pumped. You got to keep your heads, your guys' heads in the game, but you got to give a pat on the back to Kobe Johnson coming back tonight. You got to give a pat on the back to Quentin Williams. Both those guys playing great football right now for the Cougars. For the Bobcats, Sperry and Thomas really making some good runs. Jaden Gibson lowering the shoulder, getting things done for them. When the tough gets going, they look to him. Braden Barnett ran the ball effectively for the Bobcats. Bobcat passing game has been off and on. We've had more incompletions than we've had completions, but they've been very effective offense when they needed to be up until that point in the second quarter when the Cougars defense seemed to step up and make some big plays and snuff out the offense.
Yeah, didn't mean to cut you off there, but the Bobcats offense is actually performed much better than the 12 points that's on the board. So if anybody hasn't tuned in to now, they need to remember that this game is far from over.
Yeah, sometimes the scoreboard doesn't really show, the actual effectiveness. We got about 5 minutes here left in the half. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back on Bluegrass Sports Nation after this message.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Franks, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Get in and out in a jiffy with gas, groceries, and a great meat department, and be sure and check out Sanford's Deli. Hutch Automotive, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts, and stop and see them at Tire Works for all of your vehicle needs for the best price in town. Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic. If you're injured, Dr. Howard can help, including auto accidents, workers' compensation, no referral needed, over 22 years of experience. Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Batable. Be sure and shop in the store or online at rosebros.com. Breathitt Funeral Home, where they believe everyone deserves an honorable, respectable, and affordable final farewell. Newly renovated, and we have pre-need policies available. We treat your family like our family when only the best will do. YPK Motorsports with 4 locations in eastern Kentucky, Jackson, Hazard, Paintsville, and Ashland. In-stock machines ready for your family's next outdoor adventure. Visit ypkmotorsports.com for your next ride.
All right, we got about 15 seconds before we start this second half. I'm sure since both teams are stretching that they'll be ready to roll. Cougars are going to get the ball back, but like I said, anything can happen.
Yeah, we've got a lot of football left to play. It's still a close ball game. It is a 2-score game, but defensively, I feel like the Cougars have got it turned up a notch, and it seems like they've kind of got the Bobcats' number here a couple times on a couple plays, and things have not went the way that the offense, Coach Moore and the offense wanted them to go. I got a score here for you early in Hazard and Corbin. Hazard is up 22-21 over Corbin right now. So big lead for the Bulldogs against Corbin. I'm sure we'll probably shout out some more scores here later as we go down the list. We want to give a shout out to Hatton and Watt.
Yeah, Hatton and Watts. That's Jerome and Mike. There are a lot of offenses in downtown Whitesburg here. They're pretty involved in the community, so we want to give them a shout out.
I want to give a shout out to Kara Stone. Kara, a young lady from Letcher County, came out early tonight and did the national anthem. And boy, did she belt it. You talk about a national anthem. Young lady did a great job. And we always like giving those folks props. That's not an easy job, folks, to stand up here and sing that song by yourself and stay composed. And boy, did she do a heck of a job on the national anthem.
Especially with all these guys. I mean, you look up down the road here, we've got, 15 people in here that's broadcasting the game, either streaming it or radio. Yeah. So we've got tons of people besides the clock keeper, the PA announcer, and she just belted it out like it was nothing.
But the key to that is we've got Evan Miller.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Miller behind us here. I actually got my change back.
Good.
So
I give change back, man.
Thanks again to our sponsors, too. People's Bank of Jackson sponsoring our first down drives. People's Bank of Jackson working together to build success. People's is ready to help you reach your dreams. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. They've been sponsors of our scoring drives here tonight between the Cougars and the Bobcats. And, of course, Letcher County Farm Bureau, they'll be sponsoring player of the game here after the game. Letcher County Farm Bureau, big on commitment, big on Kentucky, and big on Letcher County. So thanks to those sponsors for being here with us tonight as premier sponsors in tonight's game between the Cougars and the Bobcats.
Guys, I got to say, I can't believe how beautiful night we got for football. I mean, 6 hours ago, I didn't think there's no way this game was even going to happen. We had localized flooding. It rained for a day and a half. I mean, it's just amazing.
A lot of folks across the state, especially Eastern Kentucky, are postponing and rescheduling games till tomorrow and different days. And a lot of things that was going on and scheduled for tonight and tomorrow have been changed. You look around and you say Hurricane Helena. What about it? It's looks like it's left here. We had a lot of rain coming out of Breathitt County. By the time we got through Perry, it seemed like things had slacked off. And a little bit of rain here to start the game early on in the first quarter, and the sun was starting to come out, and things looked better by the time the game started. It's turned out to be an excellent evening.
We were supposed to have had homecoming festivities here tonight, and they did change that due to the weather.
Yep.
But I can't believe how much it's cleared up.
Yeah. So the return team out on the field for the Cougars, Letcher Central, will get the ball here to start the third, and the white hat is through the flag on the field, and he is assessing a penalty here to start the third. And he's over here talking to Coach Matthews again between the 20 and the 30-yard line.
Something you don't see often, a flag thrown right before the second half kickoff.
Well, I'm guessing that they probably are going to assess a penalty based on the conversation that was on the way back to the locker room. The white hat's still over talking to Coach Matthews. Coach Matthews not too happy about that. But the play penalty assessed will move the kick over to the 45-yard line in Cougar territory. And we got Braxton Terry and
White
Spencer out.
I'd expect
show the kick.
Terry to kick this ball deep and try to get a touchback.
Puts the boot to it, and it'll go back into the back of the end zone and bounce to the locker room door of the Cougars, and that'll be a touchback on the kick from Terry. The Cougars will start over with a People's Bank of Jackson first down from the 20-yard line.
As well as he kicked that, I don't think he had to have the penalty in order to get a touchback. I mean, he put a foot behind it.
Beefy, as we call him, has a boot.
Got a pretty good leg. Doesn't miss many extra points either.
Well.
So the Cougars and Holbrook come out.
Let's see if the Cougars can carry over the momentum they had from last half.
Trips to the right.
I'd expect a handoff to Williams here.
Williams in the backfield, right behind Holbrook. Here comes Gibson on the blitz from the corner or from the end. And Williams not going to get anywhere. Tied up right around the line of scrimmage. Now that time Gibson coming on a rail from the end position.
Great first showing from the first play for the Bobcats on defense. Good stop. Let's see if they can carry it over the next play.
I was going to say, we're going to start the clock. It finally started on the second play of the drive. Holbrook rolls to his left, looks down the field, flushed out of there. Want to make the throw back across the middle, caught and tackled immediately by Isaac Spencer. Pass caught by, was that 18 or 10?
That's 83.
That's Q.
Okay, that was Q. That was Williams on the reception. So it's going to be 3rd and about 7 for the Cougars. 2 receivers each side for Holbrook. Williams to his right. Hard count from Holbrook. Doesn't draw the defense across the line of scrimmage. He'll come back and get set. He'll move Williams over to his left. Calls for the snap. Tolson showing the blitz again. And that's going to be up the middle. That's Holbrook as he stretches out up to about the 25-yard line. Fake to Williams that time, and Holbrook on the keeper.
Brings up a 4th down for the Cougars.
Yeah, the blocking scheme that the Cougars are using is leaving an open alley for Tolson to shoot.
That time, the center looked like he picked up Tolson as he come through the A gap. He had to step over and get him on the way through, but
Tolson just beat him off the block and made the play.
Starting to look for him now as Tolson playing that middle linebacker position. Showed blitz a couple times here tonight and been successful at it. Cougars going to be forced to punt this one away, and it's a fake. And that is Williams coming out of the backfield, and he makes the man miss. He's coming back to the other side of the field. That's Smith. And we got a flag. Another missed tackle, and he's up the sideline. And he's going to be stopped at the 45 by Austin Sperry. We got a flag way back here.
Multiple flags in the play.
We got a lot of laundry on the field. Flag way back here in the backfield. The fake punt by the Cougars. Flag came out early. So we'll see what the call is with 10:19 on the clock. Cougars still up 21-12.
Block in the back on the Cougars. The gamble does not pay off for them.
They've had that last week as well, didn't they, Mark?
Yeah, they've made that call several times.
Well, it's still their ball, so it's going to be 4th and about 8 to go for the Cougars, so they still got another chance even with the penalty.
Play clock.
10:13 on the clock. 4th and about 8.
That's one advantage of having Smith as the punter.
Smith will take the catch. This time he'll put the boot to it and kick it out of there. Want to fall about the 50 and take a Cougar bounce. And he'll roll out of bounds at about the 32, 33-yard line. Getting a little chippy out here at midfield. But Bobcats and Cougars both make their way to the sideline. 9:55 on the clock. Bobcats will come out with the People's Bank of Jackson first down, as the ball will be spotted on the 33-yard line on the left hash.
That was a great opening drive for the Bobcat defense. Stop and get the ball back real early in this quarter.
Yeah, it was a big deal, too, like I said, to get the momentum back on their side.
Let's see if this Bobcat offense can convert, though. They've had a little trouble past few drives.
Trips to the left for Holland. That's Thomas in the backfield with him. He'll take the handoff. Gets around the left end, still on his feet, cuts it back upfield. Still on his feet. He'll get up to about the 39-yard line right in front of the Bobcat sideline.
It's a good 5-6 yard gain on that play.
It'll be second about 4 yards, I do believe. Let's see where they spot it. It's ball spotted on the 40, so it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Bobcats.
A good effort by Thomas to get those extra yards.
Yeah, Spurry is on the left-hand side wide out, and he's opposite of Speedy, so this is when they've been passing to him in the
trip stack to the right. Going to give to Thomas.
Nice.
He's out on the right side. Across the 45 up to about midfield. Comes back to the right hash. So another good run by Thomas to pick up the People's Bank of Jackson first down. Thanks again to People's Bank for sponsoring these first down drives. People's Bank working together to build success. That time the Bobcats look to Eli Thomas again, and he'll move the sticks.
Yeah, those big linemen are working hard for him right now. I mean, they sealed off the Cougars and allowed him to get around the corner.
Ball up to the 49-yard line. Working from the right hash, trips. Shown stacked. Give to Thomas again. Cross midfield to the 45, the 40. Ball comes out. Ball comes out and covered up and recovered by the Cougars in front of the Bobcat sideline. Thomas with a huge run across midfield. Looked like he was picking up the first down and more. But the ball squirts it, and the Cougars off recovery.
Now that's the second time that they've had a good drive going and have talked up the ball on the tackle. So Cougars have had a couple good takeaways, and man, I mean that's tough if you're a Bobcat.
Any of you fans listening in from Breathitt County, you might not know Mark Young, and he is their announcer here and covers a lot of these Letcher County games for Bluegrass Sports Nation. And Mark said early on tonight, the team that makes the fewest mistakes will come out on top. The Bobcats with another turnover on offense, and the Cougars with a chance to capitalize. Blitz shown. Going to give in the backfield to Smith. Smith has a little room. Can't get chased down from behind. Makes the man miss. Tackled out of bounds up around the 46-yard line. Over into Bobcat territory, and that'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cougars. A big first play for them off that fumble recovery.
It is, and they're running a hurry-up offense to try to keep the Bobcats from getting their defense set.
8:37 on the clock. Trips to the right for the Cougars. Single receiver in front of us to the left, and Williams in the backfield beside Holbrook. Calls for the snap, give to Williams. Williams, patient, got a man over there, and he's able to make it. I thought Braden Barnett had him down. They're still trying to get him down. Finally get a whistle.
It's like a forward progress would give him about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, at least 3. Williams still on his feet. Braden Barnett was trying to get him down and unsuccessful. We finally get a whistle.
Good show of balance from Williams because Braden Barnett came around and laid it to him. He stayed right up.
Ball up to the 44-yard line on the right hash for the Cougars.
Yeah, I think Barnett was determined to try to get that ball back for the Bobcats because he was trying to rip it out there after he really hit him.
7:42 on the clock for the Cougars as Holbrook breaks the huddle. Letcher County comes out, shows 2 receivers, or 1 receiver each side, 2 backs, 1 to each side of Holbrook. Waits on the snap, takes it, but a quick throw across the middle.
Nice catch.
Sperry. Ball was tipped. The intended receiver got a hand on it. It goes in the air, and Sperry with the interception. 2 games back for Austin Sperry and 2 interceptions on defense for the young man. Talk about a difference maker coming up big here in the second half.
Show you just in 2 games how much an athlete can have impact on a game per team.
So 7:24 on the clock, and the very thing that we just talked about, Mark, the opportunities, the turnovers, and Bobcats able to take one away with an interception. We'll see if they're able to capitalize.
And it was a phenomenal catch.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a one-hand. He reached back one-handed. Nice
one-handed juggle catch.
That young man.
Crazy.
Holland sits back in the pocket, looks across midfield, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield by a couple of defenders. Looked like he had Terry across the middle of the field. He was taking a look at him, and before you know it, a couple of defenders there for the Cougars for the sack.
And Brody Griffith, he's a sophomore. That's the second sack that Brody's had tonight. So
he's a tough-looking linebacker, too.
He is, and he's deceptively quick for his size.
So that's going to be a huge loss of yards for the Bobcats. It's 2nd and 19 now. Ball on the 26-yard line, working from the left hash.
Both of his older brothers played here for the Cougars. They were, of course, linemen, and one carried the ball. But
Holland going to give to Gibson in the backfield. Gibson may be a pickup of a yard or 2. May have got back to the line of scrimmage, I believe. Looked like he might have had a pickup of a yard, but I'm not for sure of that now as they come out of the pile. 6:18 on the clock, 21-12 your score. And they do give him a couple of yards on the carry.
You give him about 1.5. I'd
say. 3rd and 18.
The Cougars are just walking up in the box. I mean, they're going to challenge Holland to put the ball in the air.
Yep. 2 receivers each side for the Bobcats. Gibson just to the right of Holland. A snap from Carson Miller. Holland with it. Looks. Has some options. Going to throw short over to Gibson. Makes the catch at the 30. He's at the 35 to 40. Going to be rolled out of bounds around the 41-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and about 4 yards for the Bobcats.
Yeah, the Cougars had backed up because it was such a long play, and he just took advantage of what they gave him. I mean, nice play on Holland's part.
Big play here in the 3rd quarter. 5:26 on the clock. Bobcats going to go for it on 4th and 4.
I would say Coach Moore tried to draw the Cougars off sides real quick.
2 receivers to the left. 2 backs just to the right of Holland. Holland's hard count doesn't work. Letcher County showing blitz. Gibson and Thomas, the backs in the backfield. And look, we got a timeout on the Breathitt County sideline. We'll take it with them with 5:01 on the clock here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back. Cougars and the Bobcats.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
Okay, 5:01 to go in this third quarter. Real pivoted play in the ball game right now as the Bobcats have the ball on their own 41. 4th and 4, and it looks as if they may be going for it.
If you're a football fan, you've heard it before. The third down is a crucial quarter in the ball game.
Punt formation. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and play it safe and get rid of it.
4th and 4. Braxton Terry lined up to punt from the 30-yard line. Low snap. He'll put the boot to it. Almost blocked. It'll be handled back around the 25-yard line. And he breaks one tackle. He's up to the 30. Gets by another one. Braden Barnett still a hold of him. Trying to get him down, and we got flags coming in on the tackle at the 35.
I think they inadvertently maybe have got a face mask in there, not sure.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mark. It looks like that may be the call. I think we had something similar happen earlier in the game with Barnett, because I think that's who the flag's on.
So with 4:48 on the clock, the punt by Terry, handled back here by Gavin Ramsey. And the penalty goes against the Bobcats, and Mr. Referee will walk it up to the 50-yard line. So the Cougars with great field position, knocking on the door of Bobcat territory.
Yeah, I mean, this is great starting field position for the Cougars.
2 receivers to the right. Wing back in motion for the Cougars. Give to Williams. Williams with a block. He's over on the sideline. And Sperry with a great tackle for a loss.
Sperry with a great shoelace tackle. Nearly got away, though.
Yeah. Sperry closed the gap really quick over on that sideline to prevent him, but now
looks like
maybe a
player down.
Yeah, Sperry with a cramp as he went down on the tackle. 4:29 on the clock. We'll take a quick break and go to commercial. We'll be right back on Bluegrass Sports Nation after this message.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
.29 to go here in the third quarter. Right now, they've called a timeout to think things over. The score is 21-12.
We
really struggled with that play. I mean,
yeah, we talked about the third quarter being pivotal, and we made the comment of the Cougars trying to capitalize on a turnover, and Austin Sperry comes up big with an interception. The Bobcats on the punt, had to punt that away. Didn't have a successful drive, but still a lot of football left in this one. Mark, it's a 2-score game for the Bobcats. The Cougars right now with a little bit of momentum, and man, they could really make some noise if they get another score on the board right here. Holbrook going to throw long, and he's got a man back there, and it's caught. And he's going to make his way into the end zone. That is Brett Smith with the catch and the score for the Cougars. That is a Family Pharmacy scoring play. Family Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. Family and hometown pharmacies. We appreciate them being here to sponsor our scoring plays tonight.
that's one of the things I was talking about earlier when we were on break at halftime, the speed that Smith has. And he just flew by the defender that time.
He got by Combs and had some steps on him, and after that, it was just off to the races when he made the catch. So changing things up here.
Looks like Cougars going for 2.
Emma Adams went out onto the field, and now she comes back off. I was hoping she'd get to kicking of them. I wanted to see her at least try.
Looks like the Cougars want to throw a few more points up on the board, try to seal this game away a little early.
A score update from the Perry Central game. Perry Central 31, Martin County 14.
Well, Ty Backett updated us on the Hazard Corbin score there at halftime. 22-21. Hazard was up 1 point. So Holbrook and the Cougar offense back on the field for 2. He's going to turn, give it to Johnson. Johnson still on his feet, and he's going to be stopped short. 2-point conversion is no good, so that'll make it 27-12. Still a big score for the Cougars as they capitalize.
Make it a 3-possession game now.
So the Bobcats with some work to do. 4:14 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this message.
Hey, Brian Milo here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Uh, 4:14 here left in the third. Cougars added another 6, but Bobcats made a big defensive stop there when they went for 2, so maybe they can build on that momentum and get their game started.
Yeah, they need to. Offense needs to come out and put some points on the board, Mark. 27-12 here, 4:14 in the third. Bobcats with something to prove and trying to pull this a little closer here in the third quarter. They don't want it to get out of hand here late in the game. 27-12 your score. Return team onto the field for the Bobcats. Eli Thomas and John Carter Holland deep. And the Cougars set to kick this one off.
I would say this would be another squib kick near the middle blockers of the pickoff team.
It'll be a high kick. It's going to be covered by Gibson, and he'll call fair catch. And it's looks like the Bobcats will take over around the 37-yard line.
Puts the Bobcats in decent field position. See if they're able to turn this drive into points.
That'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down. People's Bank of Jackson working together to build success. 37-yard line will be the starting point for the Cats over on the left hash. Miles Holland into the huddle to call the play. And the Bobcat offense trying to get something going here in the third quarter.
I expect the Bobcats to start airing it out a little bit more.
2 receivers each side for Holland. He's got Gibson beside of him to his right. Holland sits back in the pocket, throws across the middle of the field. He's got a man over there, and it's going to be incomplete. I don't know if it was down.
He called.
I thought it touched the ground, but Cougars are saying they've got an interception.
Now I
thought it bounced off the ground or bounced off the player, I guess.
The player tried to catch it and it bounced off the player.
Gotcha. So the interception by the Cougars with 4:08 on the clock. The intended receiver, the ball comes out, and the Cougars there to make the catch.
Well, like I said, it kind of bounced around like a ping pong ball before they finally come up with it. But again, Bobcats start moving the ball, and that's the third turnover. And man, it's shooting herself in the foot right now.
Cougars with another chance to capitalize on a turnover and go up big in this one. 4:08 on the clock here in the third. Early in the second half, Cougars showing look like trips, but we're going to get a timeout called by the Cougars. We'll take it with them on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this message.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site X-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
right, 4:08 to go here with the Cougars at their own 45. I mean, they just had a big turnover. So, again, like you said, if the Cougars can get a drive going right here and go down and score, it's going to be a long road for the Bobcats, I'm afraid.
Defense has got to come up big for the Cats for them to stay in this one. There's a lot of time left on the clock, but you really don't want to see, another score if you're the defensive side of things right now, because you got a big hole to dig out of right now.
Yeah, I mean, we know they have a very high potential offense, but at the same time,
looks like we may have a false start on the Cougars.
Cougars just backed up 5 yards because of the false start.
4:08 on the clock. Penalty will back up Letcher Central by 5 yards. It'll be spotted on the 40-yard line. Repeat first down. 1st and 15 for the Cougars. Holbrook, one back to his right is Williams, and Williams takes it. He's up to the 50, gets across midfield, gets a first down, still on his feet, finally brought down. Quentin Williams with another People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cougars.
That was a huge run for the Cougars, especially after having the penalty that backed them up.
Right now, if you're the Bobcats, you want to mentally stay in this thing defensively. You got to play smart and try to come up with a stop. Trip stacked to the left for the Cougars. Holbrook will take a look to the sideline, change the play call. Quentin Williams just to his right, one receiver to the far side of the field. Once again, a hard count, and Holbrook will come back to the sideline and change the call. Williams will come now to his left. Holbrook going to roll to his left, looking down the field, gets a block, going to keep the ball, gets past one defender, bounces off another, and here goes Holbrook. He's at the 15, cuts back, still on his feet at the 5, finally brought down, and we got a flag down on the play. Gunnar Holbrook keeps the ball, cuts back across the middle of the field. He's got his eyes on the end zone.
I think we may have a block in the back, though, on the Cougars.
He got to the 10-yard line, and he cut it back towards the middle of the field. But the penalty markers are down with 3:17 on the clock, 27-12. And it'll be holding on Letcher Central.
And that takes a...
And they look like they're going to spot it at the 21-yard line. That'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cougars, and a big conversion of yards for Letcher Central.
Yeah, and that was just a designed play to get a few yards, but man, once he broke through that seam, and like you said, he cut back and forth 2 or 3 times across the field, picking up blockers, so ended up being a big run.
3 minutes on the clock. Holbrook goes back to work. One receiver each side of the field, one back each side.
Gets to Johnson.
Give in the backfield. Johnson stops, cuts it back, makes a man miss. Finally brought down by Jason Tolson.
They're saying it's down.
Yeah, ball is down. It came out, recovered by Combs, but they're going to say he's down. Ball on the 13, I believe. Yeah, 13-yard line on the left hash for the Cougars.
Tolson made a big play for the Bobcats there. If not, Cougars would have added 6 more on. Nice hustle for that young man.
Offense comes back to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers stacked to the right for Holbrook. Holbrook calls for the snap. Looks back to the sideline. Going to let the play clock click down. He'll bring Williams over to his right. Holbrook calls for the snap. Give to Williams. Williams off the left side. Makes a man miss. And Quentin Williams is in the end zone for another Family Pharmacy touchdown. Family Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. And the Cougars on the back of Quentin Williams into the end zone again to make your score 33-12 with 1:53 on the clock.
Yeah, that was a huge score for the Cougars. I mean, it's hard to imagine just how much they're putting it together. They got Adams back out there on the field now for the point after.
So Emma Adams back onto the field to attempt the extra point with 1:53 on the clock. Emma puts the boot to it, and she'll make it 34-12 as the Cougars go up.
I think that's her 17th PAT this year.
So 34-12, Cougars go up. We'll take a quick commercial break here in the third quarter. We'll be back after this message.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life.
Okay, with 1:53 left in the third quarter, the Cougars on the back of Q, like you said, has been able to add to their score with Emma Adams good with the point after attempt.
Q Williams has played lights out tonight. He's had a very good game. I love to see his stats post game. 3 touchdowns as of now.
As of now.
There's the kick. It's going to roll back to Thomas. Thomas going to handle it at midfield up to about the 35.
It's taken out about the 36.
So in that score update, Corbin over Hazard right now in the fourth quarter, 37-22. So Corbin making a big comeback here in the second half to go up over Hazard. Ball game in the fourth quarter. Here we are with 1:48 in the third quarter, and Letcher Central came out early in the third and just decided to take over, Mark, and put a couple scores on the board courtesy of some turnovers by the Bobcats, and they're up 34-12. Holland got to go back to work. 2 receivers each side. Gibson. Holland's going to throw across the middle to Terry. Terry makes the reception, but he's tackled immediately around the 41-yard line.
Dawson Hinter came up from the safety position and put him on the ground just as soon as he made the catch.
So that short reception of about 6 yards will make it 2nd and 4. Pass from Holland to Terry.
Looks like Terry's coming out. They have Austin Barker coming in.
3 receivers to the left. Trips for the Bobcats. Single receiver in front of us is Austin Sperry. Holland comes back out. Gibson just to his right. Calls for the snap. Can't get anybody to jump off. He'll go back and check the play with the sideline.
Last week, the Cougars defense really stepped up in the game that Matt and I covered here, and they've carried that over to this ball game.
Gibson lowers his shoulder. He'll get it up to about the 46-yard line. Going to be close to the first down.
So they'll mark him down at 3rd and inches, Rob, if not 3rd and 1.
They give him a good mark.
They're going to move the chains.
They call it a first down.
Well, I thought they did.
Well,
so the line judge finally getting the chains to move. I thought. Yeah, here we go.
Rolling the clock.
Well,
no, guess not. Yep, there's the first down. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Chains finally move. Trips to the left. Holland sets, throws short. He's got Gibson at the 50.
Gibson.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So a good pickup that time by the Bobcats. Keep the ball moving over into Cougar territory.
Right now, they're just methodically working it down the field.
Yep. He's spotted on the 46-yard line. No huddle offense. Trips to the left for the Bobcats.
And Mark, they may be moving it methodically, but can they finish this drive?
That's a good
point.
That's been the story for these past few drives, to see if the Bobcats can overcome adversity and do this.
Holland sits back, short throw to Thomas. Thomas makes one man miss. Second man ties him up by the ankle and brings him down.
Looks like a no gain on the play, or maybe even a loss.
Yeah, maybe a loss of a yard.
For some reason, the clock's not moving. There it goes.
He made the first guy miss, and I thought he was going to be able to break loose, but they, like you said, they kind of hung on to his ankles until help got there.
3rd and 3 with about 20 seconds on the clock. And we got a quick whistle timeout on the Letcher Central side of things. We'll take a break with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back here in the third quarter after this message.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
$14 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bobcats have the ball on the Cougar 37, third and short. The Cougars had a player that came out with an equipment problem, and there was no sub went in, so Coach Matthews forced to call a timeout because there's a man short on the field.
So 3rd and 3, ball on the 47. The Bobcats come back out to go to work. Sperry be the receiver in front of us, 2 receivers for the far side of the field.
2
1 back each side.
Maybe a play action here.
And there's Bobcats are off sides. The Bobcats receivers over on the left, both of them jumped off sides. So that'll be a penalty on the Bobcats.
Costly penalty. That's probably going to kill a little bit of momentum they gained this drive.
Wow, all 3 receivers moving. I'm almost thinking that it wasn't snapped on the count, that they were.
Maybe a play call got mixed in somewhere as well.
It's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Cats. Same set, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back each side of Holland. Going to give to Gibson around the right side, lowers his shoulder, and going to be tackled at the 50-yard line. So a good tackle that time made by Gavin Ramsey of the Cougars.
Yeah, he just fought Sperry off and was able to contain right there on the end. So
great play by the Cougar defense.
Gibson looked like he had a little bit of momentum, a little bit of speed going too. He was looking to get around that corner. He did get around the corner, but he was brought down by Ramsey.
We have timeout called.
Into the 3rd quarter. We'll be getting ready to go forward. We'll take a quick break and go to commercial on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Hey, Brian Milam here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians.
At the beginning of the 4th quarter, and the Bobcats are going to air it out.
Holland throws towards the sideline, caught by Sperry. Big catch up around the 31-yard line. It'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down through the air from Holland to Sperry. That'll move the chains to start the 4th quarter. And the Bobcats working from the 31 over on the right hash. Holland with a big completion. Second play here in the 4th quarter. 1 back each side. Holland sits back, looking across the middle of the field. He's going to go to the end zone for Sperry again. And the 50-50 ball is knocked loose, incomplete. Sperry covered well by the defender back there.
Yeah.
Great coverage by, what number is that, Mark?
That's Gavin Ramsey. Speedy, but Sperry with the height, I thought would win that battle, but it didn't work out that way. I mean, it's just a jump ball, basically, in the end.
Sometimes good coverage can beat physical attributes.
Good play by the offense, though, to come out and try to strike here early in the 4th. Good play call. Fake to Gibson.
Pass.
Throws, incomplete. Out of the reach and out of bounds. Pass intended for Eli Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, he had him open on that outside shoulder. It just was an errant pass. I don't know if moisture on the ball or what, but he's had very few of those. I'm really impressed with this young man to being a freshman and done the game.
Great quarterback. 2 receivers each side for the Bobcats.
So they're going to bring the receivers down a little bit, bunch them up.
Gibson the single back to Holland's left. Calls for the snap. Rolls to his left. Looking. Want to throw across the middle. He's got Thomas, and it's caught.
A good catch by Eli Thomas.
Eli Thomas.
At about, we're going to call it first down.
Big reception and a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cats as they'll move the ball courtesy of Miles Holland to Eli Thomas through the air.
It's a great pitch and catch by Holland to Thomas.
Holland, one back each side, Thomas and Gibson. 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Sperry here to our left. Holland gets away from one. Little dump pass over to Thomas. Thomas at the 10, dances, caught from behind. So it's going to get it up to about the 9-yard line, maybe the 8.
It's a great play by Holland, picking up on that guy coming on the outside and just making a play out of something that could have been nothing.
Yeah, Cody Griffith was right there on him in the backfield, but he was able to elude him and made a nice little pass.
Second and 2 for the Cats. 2 receivers each side. Holland sits back, flushed out of the pocket. Gets away from one defender and stretches forward.
This time Holland isn't as lucky as the last play. He got wrapped up as trying to make a play.
3rd and about 1, I believe, for the Bobcats. Ball on the...
Looks like they're calling it first and goal.
First down.
People's Bank of Jackson first down. Anybody me a pop for that, Rob?
2 receivers each side. He rolls to his right. He's looking. Want to throw to the end zone. And Ramsey's going to say he caught it, but he was out of bounds.
Close to a pick, but incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, he just tried to force that one.
Good break for the Bobcats.
That's actually the first bad judgment that I've seen Holland make.
So the ball will come back to the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Looks like we're nice call. Yeah, but that reads like that come with age.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so impressed with this kid being a freshman. I mean,
Miles is a great quarterback where he is now, but there's always room to improve. That's what I was told by my coaches. And
Gibson in the Wildcat takes the direct snap, lowers his shoulder past the 5 up to about the 3-yard line.
That's the kind of football I like. Just get it,
smash mouth.
Yeah, smash mouth football.
And Gibson is a hard runner. He's a downhill runner. He's going to lower that shoulder. That time out of the Wildcat formation, he moves it up just past the 4-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and goal at 9:55 on the clock.
The Cougars will have to tighten up their belts and play defense for 2 more plays, because I know if they don't get it on the 3rd down, they'll go 4.
1 back each side of Holland. Gibson and Barnett. Give to Gibson. Gibson lowers his shoulder, and he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
Big Kobe Johnson met him and spun him around right there.
Great play by the Cougar defense.
Plenty of momentum headed towards the goal line, but he's going to be stopped short at the 1-yard line with 9:20 on the clock.
Yeah, this will be interesting because everybody's going to be stacked up right in the middle of the field.
Holland comes into the huddle to make the play call. Ball in the middle of the field at the 1-yard line. Bobcats trying to get some points on the board. 1 back each side of Holland. Barnett and Gibson. Fake. Holland going to keep it. Looks back inside. Tosses. He's got a man open. And it's Eli Tom. That's John Carter Holland. My bad. Little toss from Holland to Holland, and that'll put 6 on the board for the Cats.
Very unique play call from Coach Moore.
That is a family pharmacy scoring drive. Family Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. Proud sponsors of our scoring drives here tonight between the Cougars and the Bobcats. With 8:52 on the clock, that scoring play puts the Bobcats at 18. So your score is 34-18 now. Bobcats will come out in the offense and go for 2.
Let's see if the Bobcats can put 2 more points up on this board to make this game potentially make this game winnable with a 2-possession game.
Holland with single back to his right is Gibson. 2 receivers each side. Short throw to Gibson. Gibson, defenders closing down on him. And he's going to be brought down about the 3-yard line. The defenders for the Cougars just came in a hurry, and they shut down Gibson just as soon as he made the catch.
Yeah, they read that one pretty well, but now the play before that was awesome.
8:52 on the clock. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the rest of the fourth quarter here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Jiffy Mart. Get in and out in a jiffy with gas, groceries, and a great meat department. And be sure and check out Sanford's Deli. Hutch Automotive, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. And stop and see them at Tire Works for all of your vehicle needs for the best price in town. Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic. If you're injured, Dr. Howard can help, including auto accidents, workers' compensation. No referral needed. Over 22 years of experience. Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Batable. Be sure and shop in the store or online at rosebros.com. Breathitt Funeral Home, where they believe everyone deserves an honorable, respectable, and affordable final farewell. Newly renovated, and we have pre-need policies available. We treat your family like our family when only the best will do. YPK Motorsports with 4 locations in eastern Kentucky, Jackson, Hazard, Paintsville, and Ashland. In-stock machines ready for your family's next outdoor adventure. Visit ypkmotorsports.com for your next ride.
8:52 left here in the fourth quarter. Looks like Cats just put a impressive drive together, drove down the field, put 6 on the board.
Looks like the Bobcats have brought back out Preston Turner to get an onside kick. White Spencer kicks it, and Cougars receive it.
Cougars cover up the onside kick at the 50-yard line, so they'll take over with the People's Bank of Jackson first down from the 50.
Yeah, Big Evan Cummins just caught the ball as a lineman and fell down on it.
So with 8:52 on the clock, if you're Coach Matthews, you got to be happy with a three-score lead at this point. You could come out and manage the clock, and you could really run off a lot of time with the backfield that he's got and the backs that he's got in the stable.
Now, I know he's been having a great game, but I would more give the ball to Johnson. Bigger guy, maybe not get as many yards.
Fullback type running back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get about 3 yards and cloud of dust. Kill clock that way. But they're going to go with Williams on this play. Bounces outside.
Williams still on his feet up to about the 41-yard line in Bobcat territory.
Williams is an impressive runner. I've noticed it throughout the night. He will get about at least 3 or 4 yards off contact.
Yeah, like I said, he's just got that knack to be able to read what's going to happen and find the seam some way.
And I mentioned it earlier with his balance after Barnett knocked him. He can get tackled. He'll still stay up straight and get 2 or 3 yards on his feet and dive for more.
42-yard line is where the Cougars will go to work from the left hash. One receiver each side for Holbrook, one back each side. And Holbrook will turn and give to Smith. Smith cuts it back up inside. He's going to pick up the first down. Finally whistled down just past the 40 over onto the 39-yard line.
Looks like that run may be good enough for, never mind, Rob, you got it.
Yeah, it's a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cougars.
Now, I think the Cougars right now are just trying to run the clock.
That's Coach Matthews and his squad. I would manage the clock.
There's no better thing to do when you're up and kill some clock.
Just like Evan said, I would turn and give it to Big Johnson, his first game back, turn and give it to the fullback and let him eat up some yards, 3 yards at a time, and run that clock out.
You've got Big Johnson and you've got Garrett Harrod, both
Yeah.
34 that can get that job done.
7:42 on the clock.
But Johnson's not in the backfield. Looks like they're going to still run with Williams.
And they got Williams back there again.
It's like Johnson may be the up back and blocking.
Ball comes loose. Holbrook finally covers it up. The snap got by him, and it looked like he just barely was able to reach out and get a hand on that and control it.
Yeah, almost could have ended very poorly for the Cougars.
And that would
may give the Bobcats an edge.
That would have been a big momentum change if the turnover would have happened.
But they saved themselves and continuing to play on.
It's going to be second and long for the Cougars.
It's like the ball spotted around the 48-yard line on the Bobcat side of the field.
Cougars come out of the huddle. One receiver each side. Up back in front of Williams. Holbrook calls for the snap.
coming this way.
Holbrook will roll to his right, looks down the field. Defense got him covered up. He'll tuck it up to the 50. Got a flag. Good hard tackle by a number of Bobcat defenders.
It's like we may have a hold on the play. I think Q Williams may have got a hold of number 24, Patrick Trumbo, and that's why the play is coming back.
Good hard tackle that time by Alex Strong and a number of Bobcat defenders. See what the Whitehead makes a call. He's busy making an explanation. Holding against the offense.
Coach Moore decides to decline the penalty to give him a third down.
So it's going to be 3rd and 16. Maybe longer than that.
Yeah,
it's 3rd and about 19.
Yeah.
Ball going to be sitting on the 48-yard line over Bobcat territory. Cougars come out, go back to work. 6:18 on the clock. Coach Matthews trying to get out of here with this W.
Yeah, like I said, I think he's going to kind of play it safe and maybe try to get a good run going and get part of it back at least.
Holbrook puts a man in motion, bringing 2 receivers each side of the field. Holbrook rolls back, flushed out of the pocket, going to throw short. Caught over to 40-yard line. Looked like he stepped out of bounds, but he gets back up to the 31 or 32-yard line. We got more flags on the field.
That was just a case of losing your composure.
So with 5:48 on the clock, big pickup of a People's Bank first down for the Cougars. A little pitch and catch up the field. The pass is good. We get a unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bobcats now. And the Cougars will be into the red zone, courtesy of the penalty. Ball sitting on the 18-yard line. Letcher Central into the huddle with 5:48 on the clock. Holbrook comes out with Williams just to his right. Trips to the left for the offense. Single receiver to the right is Ramsey. Holbrook calls for the snap. Fake, keep. Holbrook going to be tackled from behind by Alex Strong. Still got more flags and a little bit of football going on after the whistle was blown.
Yeah, I think
getting real chippy here in this fourth quarter. 5:33 left.
So we get another unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bobcats. And they'll walk it back even closer to pay dirt, courtesy of the penalty.
And you hate to see that because it's been such a good ball game on both sides.
This also could spell disaster for next week if one of your players gets a few too many unsportsmanlikes and get thrown out.
So from
that rule applies in high school as well, doesn't it?
7-yard line.
Making sure.
1st and goal for the Cougars. 2 receivers to the left, single receivers Ramsey to the right. Williams just to the right of Holbrook, and he gives to Williams. Williams stutter stepped, makes the man miss, and he's into the corner of the end zone with 5:09 on the clock. So that time again, very smart running by Quentin Williams. He runs it up inside and he waits for a block patiently, and he able to break it out to the right side of the line and find the corner of the end zone for another score.
Yeah, Q's having a really big game. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was his 4th touchdown tonight.
Family Pharmacy scoring drive for the Cougars. Family Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart, proud supporters of the touchdowns and scoring plays here tonight on Bluegrass Sports Nation. That'll make your score 40-18. And Emma Adams on to kick the extra point. And it's good. And that'll make it 41-18 with 5:09 on the clock. We'll take a quick break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this message.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
And with 5:09 left in the fourth quarter, the Cougars were able to tack on another touchdown on the back of Quentin Williams again.
Yeah, Williams proven very beneficial offensively for Coach Matthews and the Cougars. Every time they've called his number here tonight, it's took a number of defenders to bring him down. But the young man, great vision on the field, able to carry the ball. I don't think he's turned it over any, and he makes his way to the end zone. Very patient runner. He waits for the block. He waits for the play to develop, and he sometimes he seems like he comes out of nowhere.
It's been a great game just in general for Letcher County's rushing attack. Kobe Johnson and Brett Smith both have gotten some pretty decent runs tonight. And if I had the stats with me, I'd tell you how many rushing yards I had, and be a lot.
Squib kick on the ground, going to be handled and covered up by Braden Barnett at the 35-yard line at midfield.
Bobcat offense makes their way back out here, trying to put a few more points on the board.
5:08 on the clock, 41-18.
I'm sure Coach Matthews is going to ask them to back up and not get beat anything deep.
Well, you know, if you're the Bobcats, that's what you're going to be looking for. You're going to air it out. You're going to try to find somebody open down the field. Maybe you're one of your backs, especially John Carter Holland or Eli Thomas, that, you know, are shifty and can get away from the tackle. Holland. They'll put Thomas in motion. Turn, give to him on a jet sweep. Has a blocker. And the young man going to be tackled. Nice, still on his feet. Able to make one-man miss at the 40-yard line.
Great
and he'll
effort
get
by
out of bounds
Thomas.
at the 45.
Great effort by Thomas running through contact.
Yeah.
Got him just that few many yards.
He had your down lineman, Sam Webb, hanging on his feet and still didn't go down.
4:57 on the clock. Bobcats will move it up to the 44-yard line. And they'll go to work 2nd and 1. 2 receivers each side. Holland calls for the snap, sets back in the pocket. It'll be rolled out of there. He'll throw short, intended for Thomas.
Nearly another pick thrown by the young Bobcat quarterback.
It'll be incomplete.
Yeah, Kinser's mad at himself because he thought he should have got that one.
So 4:52 on the clock, 41-18 your score. Bobcats come out with 3rd and 1 from the 44-yard line. Ball over on the left hash. Holland comes out, goes to work. 2 receivers each side, same set. Gibson just to the right of Holland. Going to give to Gibson. Gibson going to be met at the line of scrimmage and brought down immediately.
Yeah, there was literally nowhere to go there. The big Sam Webb plugged up the middle, and you had your linebacker shooting a gap.
It's 4th and 1 with 4:35 on the clock. And we'll have a timeout. Coach Moore and the Bobcats. We'll take it with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after this message.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
.432 left in this ball game. Score is 41-18. I mean, it's the Bobcats playing tough. Just things haven't went their way.
Yeah, trying to stay in it here in the 4th quarter and make it respectable, put some more points on the board. It just got away from the Bobcats in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. Turnovers were a big issue, and this time the Bobcats come out offensively, showing one receiver each side, guard pulls, and we got a little counter play up inside to Jaden Gibson.
Yeah, Mason Stevens got there and cut his feet out and under him. But like I said, they're moving the ball well.
That's a People's Bank of Jackson. 1st down for the Bobcats, so they'll get the ball over into Cougar territory. Ball spotted on the 49-yard line on the left hash. People's Bank of Jackson sponsoring the first down drives here for each team. Thanks to them. Holland goes back to work. Checks the play. Sits back in the pocket. Pumps. Looks. Throws short to Gibson. Got him open. Makes one man miss up to the back to the 49-yard line, back to the initial line of scrimmage. I believe that was Ramsey that was just coming on the line to make the tackle, and Gibson able to get away from him, but the next defender through able to bring him down.
Yeah.
Ramsey closing on him quick.
He did. He closed the gap quick. Brody Griffith got to finish it off there, but the Cougars have played a really good game. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the Bobcats, but just Cougars have done most things right tonight.
Fake inside. Holland going to go down the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Speedy himself. Here comes Ramsey. He's over to the 40. Finally going to be brought down out of bounds on the Letcher sideline. With 3:20 on the clock, the Bobcats with another turnover. The interception picked off by Gavin Ramsey, and he brings it up to the 45-yard line for a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Letcher Central Cougars.
Yeah, the Cougars are trying to make a statement with this game. I mean, they've really not let up once they got the momentum going.
We'll spot the ball back at the 41. It'll be on the right hash in Cougar territory. So the first down will put them over into Bobcat territory. You got to think 3 plays in the first down and maybe winding the clock down on this one too. 3:20 on there right now. Holbrook give to Williams. Williams around the left corner tries to make something out of nothing. He's up around that left side, and he'll get up to about the 45-yard line.
No.
And a little bit more football being played again after the whistle. Flag comes out. I think it'll be unsportsmanlike on Letcher Central.
I think you're right.
And like we talked about earlier, Mark, you hate to see that happen late in the ball game. They're going to mark that off on the Bobcats. Hey, yeah, there we go.
No,
We're in the wrong direction.
Had to check himself a little bit there.
Get worried. So the unsportsmanlike conduct will put the ball back at the 30-yard line against, the penalty was against Letcher Central Cougars. So the Cougars with a second down and 21. So second and forever.
They've not made it past the Outlaw over here yet, so.
And that name's not been called tonight. We're going to give the Johnson in the backfield. Like we talked about
for maybe a loss.
Like we talked about earlier, going to try to run the clock out. It's 2:45 now. And Coach Evan Miller here behind us called Cody Johnson's number early. He wanted him to 3 yards in the cloud of dust, as Evan said. Johnson's going to come out of the game. Big night for him. So he's had a good first game back. 2:28 on the clock.
3rd and long for the Cougars. You know, even though they have the lead and they could just, and most would run out the clock, they seem to be wanting to maybe score again. So I could see them maybe passing the ball here to try to get another first down.
2 receivers each side. Single back by Holbrook to the left is Williams. Holbrook going to go short across the field. It's caught. Tolson almost got a hand on it, but he's able to make the stop.
Real quick shot that gives them about let's say about a 14, 13-yard gain.
That was Jed Outlaw, the name that we hadn't got to call yet. And Holbrook looks across the middle of the field and finds Outlaw. Gotta love that young man's name.
Yeah, he typically ends up with 2 or 3 catches almost every game, so I knew his number would show up sooner or later.
45-yard line on the right hash. Cougars with a 4th and 6 trying to convert. And that time, Trumbo going to be called for encroachment. Hard count.
Bobcat defense is playing pretty disciplined up until now. The hard count hadn't got them all game.
Hard count by Holbrook. Will march the ball down 5 yards. Penalty against Bobcats. Trumbo looked like he was showing the blitz, and he was coming hard. Crossed over the line of scrimmage. Before the ball was snapped, it'll be 4th and 1 with 1 minute and 14 seconds on the clock. Your score is 41-18. Cougars with a commanding lead over the Bobcats.
Yeah, first down would pretty much seal the deal right here.
4th and 1. Cougars come out to go for it. 2 receivers to the left for Holbrook. And we got a timeout by Letcher Central. We'll take it with them on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be back after we pay some bills.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
.56 to go in this ball game. The Cougars have the ball near midfield, 4th and 1, 41-18 lead. This one's all but in the books.
Yeah, you know, Coach Matthews, if to me, if you're smart about it, you just turn and hand it off to Williams and you let him get the first down and just go from there. And that's what they're going to do. He picks up the first down up to about the 49, maybe the 48. That'll be good for a People's Bank of Jackson first down. And that'll pretty much seal the deal here for this one. Got 48 seconds on the clock. Cougars up 41-18. And they're just going to break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Holbrook now up under center. Probably going to take a knee. And he does. 32 seconds. So the Letcher Central Cougars will be victorious. 25 seconds on the clock. They're going to be sufficient to just let the clock run out after taking a knee. The defense will go over to line things up and shake hands with the Cougars. And the Cougars will win this one 41-18 over the Bobcats. We will take a break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation and go to commercial. We'll be back to wrap this one up from Whitesburg. Letcher Central victorious 41-18 over the Bobcats.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
All right, folks, we are back to wrap this one up. 41-18 your score here to end this one from Whitesburg. Letcher Central victorious over Breathitt County. You go back and talk about this ball game, Mark, and really the second quarter and the third quarter, Letcher Central came out and they set the tone, and they wanted to prove a point, and they did prove a point. The Bobcats helped them out a whole lot with some turnovers, but Letcher Central was there to capitalize on those opportunities to put the ball in the end zone, and that's how your score got to be stretched out 41-18. Any last-minute thoughts on your part?
Well, I mean, I think you're exactly right. The whole first quarter was a struggle for either team to score, and Breathitt was the ones that actually got on the scoreboard in the first quarter. The second quarter, again, they were switching scores back and forth. But Bobcats had turnover inside the red zone. Cougars went down and scored. Next time down, inside the 10, another turnover. And like you said, the turnovers is really what made the difference in this game, and that's what we predicted before we ever sat down to watch the first play.
Well, I'm impressed with the execution and the discipline by this Letcher Central Ball Club. They played a great game. I want to say special thanks to People's Bank of Jackson for sponsoring our first downs, Family Pharmacy for sponsoring our scoring plays, and we had the pleasure here tonight, thanks to Letcher County Farm Bureau. Letcher County Farm Bureau, big on commitment, big on Kentucky, and big on Letcher County. We had the pleasure of picking a Letcher County Farm Bureau player of the game for both of these ball clubs. So we've got our heads together and been talking up here. The two names that we've called the most and noticed the effort and the determination on both of these ball clubs would be Eli Thomas for the Breathitt Bobcats. The young man, just every time Coach Moore went to him, he was working hard trying to help the team and trying to progress the football and did some great things for them and able to get the ball in the end zone for them. So Eli Thomas, the player of the game for the Breathitt Bobcats. And there was really no doubt when we started talking about Letcher Central. The young man that made the difference for them and has been all over the field all night long was Quentin Williams. Both Mark and myself just took one look at each other and said, who's it going to be for Letcher? It's Williams. Mark, he's just done an exceptional job for Coach Matthews up and down the field all night.
He did. He's an exceptional young man and an exceptional ball player, but, man, tonight he really put on a clinic.
He sure did.
I mean, 4 TDs, and I don't know how many third down conversions that he was able to get on second and third effort.
Yep. He really, the yards after the tackle, he did a great job. And I don't know his official stats right now, but he sure did put on a clinic and a very patient runner and a young man that sees the field very good. And he's somebody that follows his blockers and really picks up a lot of yards after the initial tackle try to be made on Williams. So special thanks to Letcher County Farm Bureau for sponsoring those players of the game. Once again, Eli Thomas for Breathitt County and Quentin Williams for Letcher Central. That's going to do it for Bluegrass Sports Nation here in Whitesburg. The Cougars victorious over the Bobcats 41-18. For Brendan Miller, Evan Miller, Matt Hudson, Mark, and myself, we will see you guys again next week here on Bluegrass Sports Nation as we who you guys got next week?
We have to go to Corbin.
You guys go to Corbin. So Corbin victorious over Hazard tonight. So a big matchup between Letcher and Corbin next week. You'll hear Mark there. And, of course, Breathitt County. At this point, I don't know where we're going. I don't know.
Is next week an off week?
I thought it was the week after. I'm not for sure. But anyway, tune in to Bluegrass Sports Nation, folks. We're doing the best we can to make the best of these student athletes across Eastern Kentucky, covering Perry Central, covering Letcher Central, and covering Breathitt County, bringing you 2-3 games each week and doing our best to do that. So we appreciate you guys tuning in, appreciate our sponsors. That'll wrap it up here from Whitesburg. We'll see you next week on Bluegrass Sports Nation.